Hello and welcome to the Anime Symposium, episode 6, for the week of 10-29-2015 on what will be
date it.
What will be our spooky Halloween podcast.
It's almost time for Halloween, so it's almost time.
At least
for
where we are. This is gonna be kind of late coming out.
I'm gonna get this out.
It's coming out on Halloween in time for a spook fest.
I'm gonna get this out by Halloween. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Good.
I'm gonna work overtime.
Okay.
Well,
introduce yourselves. We're still not even known yet, so.
What's up, guys? I'm Dawson.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Connor.
If you don't understand where that's from, you will in a couple minutes. But
because we're talking about Higurashi
on this very special spooky cast.
The spook cast.
The spook cast.
Get ready,
dude. I really want to play Spooky's House of Jump Scares.
Dude, we should do that on Halloween.
Dude,
start the day with Spooky's House of Jump Scares,
and then play a real scary game.
Dude, look, Dawson.
Oh, is it?
I already have it.
Downloaded?
I already have it.
It's ready.
I have it for when you're ready.
We can play PT tonight, too. PT.
We'll play that another night.
PT is actually scary, is the difference.
We can play Amnesia.
We can play PT on Friday night, and then we'll get ready on Saturday with Spooky House of Horrors. But I need to do homework time. Because, you know what? I have a busy week, kind of. So, anyway.
You know a game I haven't played, Amnesia. Anyways.
You haven't?
Nope.
No,
I don't want to play Amnesia. I'd rather play PT.
PT's so short, though.
No, dude, it's like an hour. That's how. It's a good length.
No, it takes a while.
It's an hour. I didn't know like an hour.
It's annoying.
But anyway.
It's so contrived, too. It's like the solution to the puzzle is terrible.
Yeah, if you don't understand, we're also video game fans. Yay!
Yep, this is true.
Every kind of nerd.
Woo!
All types.
Alright, stop.
So, anyway, we're going to be talking about Higurashi today.
It's alright. We're being really tweety now, but halfway through this podcast, someone's going to murder the other two.
Yeah, this is possible.
Damn it, my knife's hid in my lockbox.
Somewhat canon.
I have my 3DS, let's go.
Wait, I have my Swiss Army knife somewhere
got the
around
uke here.
Yeah.
The weapon to your left is now your weapon during the murder fest. 2 wins. I got my uke.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I said next to you, you cheater.
Andrew's got an actual knife.
Out of a drawer. I got the range on you, it's okay.
It's not even an actual knife, it's a Swiss Army, so...
Yeah.
It's not even that strong.
Stabbing
You're holding a stapler.
Yeah, dude, you open up the stapler, you slam them with it, you're good to go.
That's legit. Anyway.
Alright, we'll put in an annotation to skip to the battle to the death.
Yeah, there'll be a note. You can find it.
Starting with part 1, as always, we're going to be talking about Higurashi, for the third time we've mentioned. Higurashi is an anime that aired a very long time ago. For the first time, I didn't look this up.
The actual air date?
It was in the 2000s.
Yeah, 2000s. The animation looks like it was... I mean, it's not
It's not very
animation.
good.
It's just terrible animation.
At least at the start. In Season 2, they pick it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number one thing for watching Higurashi... Ignore the animation if you can.
Swear it gets good at parts.
Yeah, it's got a unique story and everything.
It's meant to be crappy.
It had a terrible budget.
Oh my god, what the heck? This came out in 2006.
Yeah, see, 2000s.
Yeah.
What?
Forgive the animation. They had no budget.
So if Demon King Daimyo looks like a 2010 anime done in a 2005 style, this is a 2006 anime done in an early 2000 style.
It's not even like...
No, it's just bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not like...
it's old, dude.
Like, Demon King does look old, but...
It's not...
Higurashi doesn't look old. You just know... They had zero budget to work with here.
You know what the animation style
At what time period was it acceptable for a character's eye to be like on the other side of their head while they're talking?
No. I think you know what the best way to explain the animation style is. You know how people do that thing where when they're watching an anime, they look at the background characters and see how good they look. It's like if you took an anime and you just took the background character animation and made it the
main characters.
Exactly.
Those badly drawn background characters are now your number ones.
So besides the animation, Higurashi is a spooky murder mystery?
No, it's a slice of life moe blob.
Exactly. That's why we're doing this for Halloween.
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to put this?
Both. It's like
I mean,
Do you want to put this next to Higurashi and like?
Wow, I thought we weren't gonna spoil that, motherfucker.
No, you said slice of life moe blob, so Higurashi is a slice of life moe blob.
and it does a terrible job of it. We're not gonna go into that.
We're not gonna go into that. We're not because it's not supposed to be about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically the show takes like really cutesy, dumb, really obnoxious moments, and you're like, oh god, I hate these people, and then they like get murdered horribly in the next few scenes.
And this is totally not spoilers because that's literally the plot of the show.
Yeah.
You can't spoil that. When the first 5 seconds
With a bat.
is the main character smashing people's heads in with a bat, you kind of know where this show is going.
Yeah, it gives you a sneak peek. It's what's going to be going on.
And it kind of like, what's it called? It's meant to like lull you in sort of this like false sense of security with these characters to a point like you're taking it for granted, you're getting annoyed, just to make like the horror parts all that much worse or like better in I guess a sense. And the animation itself also kind of kicks up there. Like that's when they actually start having a little bit of budget, or like in some cases they'll just draw really detailed, really fucked up faces meant to like be more of an expression of the character than what they're actually supposed to look like at the time.
So if this isn't evident, Connor really likes this anime.
Yeah, for all its flaws, this is a really interesting show. A lot of people really like this. That's why it has one horrible spin-off and an okay one.
So season 3 is the horrible one, and season 4 is the okay one.
No, do not touch season 4.
Don't even.
Not with
If that's part
if
if that's part of our recommendation, don't watch season 4 unless you want to watch whipped cream and.
If you want to watch the Teen Titans Go version of this anime,
Whipped cream and fan service.
the story ends at season 2. Season 3 is a little spin-off without the main character. And then season 4 is just like, we're going to take all our assets and milk this thing for as much money as possible.
Which is, it's what you do. It's what you do. So when we're going to be talking about Higurashi today, it's going to be season 1 and season 2. Both 26, around 26 episodes, 24 to 26.
Each, yeah.
Yeah, each. And the story continuously builds on itself. It's kind of like the visual novel style where there's a lot of different routes that takes in it. So there's going to be a lot of confusion early on.
Yeah,
but if you stick with it, it'll start answering questions.
Yeah.
Think of it as a mystery. You're trying to figure it out as you go along.
And there's red herrings up the wazoo. Everything is a red herring.
For source material, this is originally from, I believe, a sound novel, which is really close to just being like a visual novel. I don't actually know the difference, but it's called a sound novel. And because of that, you can definitely tell the show kind of goes, its separate arcs that you get are all in separate like instances that don't seem connected to the previous instances, so don't be surprised when the show suddenly drops what it just did and starts doing something completely different that doesn't seem related. It ties together, so don't worry about that.
And you kind of have to make your own connections at
Yeah.
points. Like they won't hold your hand on everything. Like there's a few things that they keep repeating, and it gets a little bit annoying how much they need to explain that to you. But there's parts like what you may need to rewatch the show to understand what they meant at this part. Like there's a part where like it's one character's having an arc, and things happen in this arc, and it's not the exact same things that would happen in another arc. But you're supposed to like make the connection that parallel things happened to the character here, in a way.
It's parallel lines.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the same events through the character's perspective. It's like almost the roles got switched in a way.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, it's like the best way. I mean, I could compare this to Steins Gate because that's also a visual novel. It's the world lines where it's constantly different branches of different events that happen because of different split off points of decisions and stuff like that.
Yeah. So this is like if you want. Oh, big important thing. If you've seen like pictures of like fucked up anime whatever on the internet, that's probably the show.
It's probably Higurashi.
It's either this, Elfen Lied, School Days.
School Days, I don't think there's ever pictures of.
Yeah, you just watched that last scene.
There's just one scene.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of famous scenes for this. The knife scene is one of
Berserk,
them.
of course.
The nail scene is one of them. I mean, there's a lot of intense moments. And, I mean, I didn't feel anything towards it, but there's a lot of intensity in it.
Yeah, it contains my personal, I think, scene that makes me just cringe inside the most. I've seen a lot of really fucked up stuff, and I don't know why this scene specifically does it.
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later, but it contains a scene for me that's
right now
personally high up there on the list.
So yeah, definitely, if you want like one of the scarier animes, or at least an anime trying to be scary, this is probably one of the ones you would want to go for.
I mean, it's kind of creepy and kind of scary. It's not really.
It's not.
It's a psychological.
It's not horror. It's
yeah,
like
it's not
psychological.
Horror. You're not gonna get jump scares, but you're gonna get.
Thank God.
You're gonna get the tension. That's what you get.
Yeah.
You get the tension. You get the on the edge of like your heart racing because you don't know what's happening and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's the type of horror this is, comparative to jump scares up the wazoo or creepy designs or scary monsters.
Yeah. I personally like it. It definitely has much more of a lasting feeling of like unrest and kind of off-puttingness than a lot of other things that scare you do. Like things with jump scares and stuff you can just kind of move past, but this definitely leaves a weird lasting feeling of, oh god, what was I just watching?
And if you wanted this to keep up, you just don't watch the last 11 episodes.
Very light spoilers here, but it gets a little bit fluffy towards the end in a way that you wouldn't really want. I mean, some people might enjoy like the whole like relief after all the tension and stuff, but it got a little too fluffy for a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean that's my opinion of it. Where literally the last arc, it was just like you could have easily done this in the span of like 5 episodes, but you did it in 11.
Like the arc before it ends spectacularly dark, and then they could have just gone, okay, here's a quick run. Here's this little arc that I'm not going to talk about yet. And then here's a quick run through of our actual resolution, and you're fine. But they drag it out for way too long.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where it's that everything's gonna turn out all right by the end.
So yeah, Higurashi, it has a lot of flaws, but it's definitely its own unique experience. It's a lot of fun to watch.
It's a must-watch. I feel like it's one of those things that it's up there in stuff that you need. If you're an anime watcher, you need to watch before you die.
At some point, yeah.
It's like
it's definitely really.
It's like
important.
Bebop, this. And Code Geass.
No,
do not say Code Geass.
No, I'm joking about Code Geass.
I mean,
sorry, Code Geass is
popular enough that like a lot of people watch it, and you want.
No, if I would have to say,
Full Metal Alchemist, and Evangelion.
Yeah,
definitely.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I still haven't watched Full Metal.
I haven't watched Full Metal or Eva.
And then I could just throw in all my favorites, but I won't.
Yeah.
Berserk.
Trigun.
But let's wrap this section up. Do you recommend this?
Yes, I would recommend this, and there is absolutely no way I can rate Higurashi. I'm just gonna say that right now. There's so much going on, and it's so different, and so much good and so much bad all mixed together. I could never come up with an honest rating for this.
But here's like,
I rated it
what type of
out of 10.
What would you say?
A quality out of 10.
Quality out of 10. I would suggest this as well. 7 out of 10. 7, 8 out of 10. Like, not one of my favorites, but I see what people would like from this.
I'd say whether or not you were gonna like it at the end, it's worth watching.
Yeah, I mean, I got kind of invested. You kind of get invested.
I really enjoyed it, actually.
Yeah,
I also really enjoyed it.
So, 3 watches for Watch Higurashi.
Definitely watch.
This is again.
I mean, you don't even need us to tell you that.
Yeah,
honestly.
Why are you watching this? No, keep watching, please.
A lot of people will
we
tell
need
you
the
to watch
views.
Higurashi.
But yeah, and now let's continue on to the spoiler section. Spoilers out in the open. Woo!
Quick things.
Everyone dies, and then everyone lives, and everything.
And then everyone dies, and everyone lives, and everyone dies, and then the worst girl comes to life, and then really quick, 2 things that they changed or kept out, as told by another reviewer who I listened to, and I won't say his name because I totally forgot it. I'm sorry. Basically, in the visual novel, Rika doesn't actually, or like the timelines don't actually continue afterwards. It's implied that Rika drags them back with her. So it's not so much like, oh, I'm going to branch off this timeline, and like everyone, who has died is going to stay dead, but I'm going to move on to a new Himeno Izawa and keep going on that. I hope I said the name right. Basically, it's supposed to be, everyone come back, let's try this again, and please stop killing each other. And that's what makes more sense when their memories are actually linked. And then another thing is, why did Sadako's uncle disappear from the grave? Is Keiichi going crazy? No, what's her name covered for him? Mion covered for him, and basically had her move it somewhere else because Satoshi was doing the same thing. and she noticed that.
Yeah, there's a lot of open-ended stuff. Like you'd have to look into a lot more of the details, but it does an adequate job.
Oh, and also Rika doesn't go back in time and do the thing with the villain.
Well, you don't get the part where Takano's friends gets thrown into the chicken coop.
Oh god, that's terrifying.
Yeah, let me do a little detail that I discovered is apparently in the sound novel. Basically, at the end when Takano is trying to escape from the orphanage in her little flashback, and they all get captured again, they beat up the ringleader of the friends that was trying to escape, and they beat her up to close death, not to death, but close death.
Close to it.
Cover her with bird seeds, throw her in the chicken coop, and let the chickens kill her. Very sad ending for that character. She just wanted to go to the happy orphanage.
Well, is Takano around in season 4? I just gotta know, honestly.
Oh, the flute part.
Yeah, if you did...
Like, is she on friendly terms with everyone in season 4?
It's unclear, because, again, season 4 is a lot more,
It's non-canon as
It's
hell.
there's a lot of random stories.
I just want to know if, like, she's still, like, okay at the end, because technically she didn't murder any... Oh, she did murder people in that one, actually. She murdered Rika's family. Didn't she?
I don't know, dude. Season 4 is weird. I don't
know. I mean, in, like, the original one.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't she murder
yeah.
Rika's family?
No, she murdered Rika's family.
Yeah, fuck Takano. She can go to jail.
Yeah, for those who don't know, season 4 is terrible fan service.
The best fan service.
I mean,
you get the whipped cream scene, dude.
In a way, it justified her character as being, like, a sad character, but then she was going places, and then she just decides, no, I want to be God now.
Decides to suddenly become God.
I'm going to kill everyone in the village with the disease I have.
Yeah.
Because I want to be God.
No, it's not that she wanted to be God, is that she just wanted to prove that her uncle was right.
Yeah,
that her adopted father was
and
right.
And that had, like, symbolic meaning for her, and yada, 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 but she fucking betrayed everyone.
Yeah.
She didn't betray anyone. She was never on their side from the beginning.
She was in love with the camera guy. Like, her and,
No, she was just using him.
No, dude, at the end, she says, will you join me? And he goes, no, this is terrible. She goes, that's exactly what I wanted you to say. Because, like, she cares for him, like, she had respect for him and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She knows what she's doing is terrible. She's just doing it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt some sympathy for her.
I did, but, like, that was just because they made her backstory so sad. It doesn't, like... And they do treat her like a villain, to the thing's credit. Like, yeah.
I would put her up in the moral gray area of villains at times.
I'm saying you can sympathize with her, but her actions are unjustifiable.
Yeah. I would agree with that. She's definitely a character that you're given sympathies towards, but it's not like...
That's a moral gray.
You can forgive her.
I'm not saying that's moral gray, yeah.
I mean, that's everyone. Just me, but...
Yeah, dude, she totally...
Now, Shion, in her crazy arc, was she in the moral gray area?
So this is when Shion...
She kills the entire mafia.
And kills the entire mafia, throws...
I would say yes until she starts choking the guy and putting Sadako on the fucking cross. That was when it's like, okay, step back, Shion, what the fuck are you doing?
It's because she's getting paranoid. It's part of the disease.
No! She put Sadako on a cross and started stabbing her.
It's part of the disease.
That's not paranoia.
That is paranoia.
That's rage. She was mad at her.
It's rage, yeah, but
that's still part of the disease.
I still think it's related to the disease. Like, as fucked up as it is, it's still her...
Yeah, but everything Keiichi did with the disease was just him trying to protect himself.
I know, but each person perceives it differently. And so she was still paranoid about Satoshi. And because of that, that's what happened there.
Yeah. When little did she know Satoshi was...
Just
well, she even realizes herself that she fucks up. She's like, wait a minute, I was supposed to defend her, duh. My bad.
Yeah, but that's part of the paranoia.
That's the moment that, like, drives her... completely over the edge, right? When she realizes, oh shit, the last thing he asked me to do was to
but the actual whole, like, murdering the mafia thing, right? That wasn't from paranoia. That's because, like, you guys, she legit thought, and there was, like, reason to believe, like, they killed Satoshi.
Yeah, and that's part of the paranoia.
No, I'm just saying, even without the paranoia, was she justified in going against them after, like... Because at that point...
Moral gray. It's a moral gray zone.
Yeah, I would say it's like, morally... like, at least a little bit justifiable, because, like,
it's great.
This is, like, the group that she believes is killing people every year, right? So they're bad enough, and then she has her own, like, personal reason, like, I did all this for you guys to protect my boyfriend and stuff, and you guys killed him anyways.
It's gray.
So it's like it's kind of justifiable revenge, but then
It's
she
purple.
like hangs the. It's Shion. That was an interesting arc. What would you guys say is like your favorite of the arcs?
Not the last one.
Not the last arc, yeah.
Not the
obviously.
second to last one either.
But
Oh, the what's her name arc?
Anything that's in the first season, I think, would probably be better than anything in the second
But
season.
I honestly really liked the whole thing with Sadako, and they're trying to like get the town behind them and stuff. That seemed like its own thing, and it was a pretty cool.
the arc when they
The massacre arc.
I actually like the first arc where KG first remembers, like Reina's arc when she's going insane.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
They have like the battle on the roof, and he's able to actually get through to her for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty cool. That one, and then Shion's arc of her just fucking
The
with
Answers
everyone.
arc, the Shion
The
Answers.
Shion Answers arc,
Okay.
yeah.
Because before that, you're like, fuck you, Mion, and after that, you're like, fuck you, Shion.
Yeah.
No, wait, who should I say fuck you to?
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, turns out it was Shion the whole time, and even more terrible things happened behind closed doors that you didn't even realize.
Dude, they were so trolling you with they started with the eye thing. It's like, oh, why do they have demon eyes?
Yeah.
And she goes, I'm a demon. And you're like, holy shit, what's this demon crap?
Yeah.
And
it
then he just
out
turns
that-
around and goes, no, it's just paranoia.
Yeah, it's
Not till
straight
the
up
end,
just-
though. They don't, like, explain it to
No,
the
okay, so the
No,
part...
it's like, no, really, guys, it's aliens now. I
Wait,
swear.
so
Yeah,
the
they're
part-
totally constantly misleading you, which is great.
But that's because, again, the main villain, I forgot her name now.
yeah, because
Crocodile?
she's planting false information everywhere.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
also kind of her creepy thing.
She's giving everyone the false information.
just going about and being like, here's some for you, and now we're all gonna be confused.
Okay, wait. Now there's two open things that I needed to. I'm trying to remember. So the part where it's doing the first Shion arc before
Yes.
it's the questions arc. It ends with Keiichi getting like stabbed. Was that just his own like perception?
Yeah, that
okay.
was the disease.
Okay, that was just the disease.
That
Got
was
it.
him going on himself.
Just making
Yeah,
sure on
Clawing
that.
his own throat out, probably.
Yeah, I'm just making sure about that.
happens.
And the second one was, what did they figure out with the hat? With when Sadako's the only one surviving that time around, and then they figured something out with the hat.
That it wasn't.
When they found Reina's hat in
Yeah.
the...
It wasn't from natural causes. Someone was like murdering. Well, it was more like yeah. With Rika's hat, it was more like she's running away from someone.
It was Reina's.
Reina's hat.
Yeah, okay.
And then with Sadako, it's like there was a murder that happened right before, and that murder is like super important because people
Yeah.
are trying to cover it up and stuff.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm just making sure about that because I wasn't entirely sure what the whole. Oh, Reina dropped the hat in the water. What does that mean?
Well, and it had
no.
bloodstains on it, didn't it, or something like
No,
that?
it didn't have any stains on it.
Okay.
How long does it take for Rika to drag time back with her?
How long does?
Does as soon as she dies, does she drag time back, or
Well,
does it
I
happen?
mean, if you're dragging time back, it doesn't matter how long it goes. Remember, the timeline splits when she dies.
In the anime
new
version?
Yeah, in the anime version.
Okay, because they have multiple instances where they show stuff that happens after Rika's
Exactly.
died.
That's where that was not in the novels.
So in the novels, it always reset whenever Rika
Yeah,
died.
because it's dragging everyone back with her.
Okay,
Okay,
interesting.
but they only made.
But they were probably like, okay, we need a different way to explain this, so
Yeah.
we'll like move forward a bit. We can't just give random exposition.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, they needed to add those extra stuff about like
in order
What
to,
happens afterwards?
what happens afterwards and stuff like that to create questions.
Yeah.
I guess.
Which, as again, other people have already said, it kind of makes Rika a dick.
Yeah, I mean, if she's going on creating all these terrible, terrible
It's
timelines,
like another group of people who die.
it's just constantly multiplying timelines full of
It's like when we talked
sadness,
about-
so she can try to find that one.
It's
That
like that
happens to
one
be
thing we
happy.
talked about last time with Kiri in UQ Holder is when she dies
Yeah.
does it create branching timelines or does
it reset?
reset and that timeline is destroyed? Because if it doesn't, all those other histories are really bad.
She's created a ton of terrible histories.
Because
where-
there's during the whole training arc, literally she just constantly is dying until she gets all the answers correct.
Yep.
So without her, a pivotal character, what happens? That's the same question there.
Yeah. Well, in Higurashi, I think
Well,
it's
in
pretty
Higur-
obvious
yeah.
what happens. It's
In
just
Higurashi, it's they.
sad-
I don't think Rika would know,
sad
honestly.
time.
Yeah,
what was
Rika's never
That's
gotten
true.
past that point. So
So she wouldn't really understand
Yeah,
that she's doing that.
yeah, but as you could see, everything is horrible after.
Yeah.
Everyone's
At least for the
dead.
people in the town.
Everyone's dead. The one person who always ends up surviving at the end.
It's okay, most of them were assholes to Sadako. Or, Sadako.
This is true.
Eh.
They were.
Oh, I need to get closer to the mic, I'm sorry.
Yeah, hopefully you've been.
You were
Her
taking it.
Shit.
But
Yeah, let's start talking about, I guess, the individual characters now.
I guess.
Sort of.
Characters individually? I mean.
Yeah, I can't really
Rika's-
talk about the music unless I talk about guys'
No,
best fan
shut up.
opening. Okay,
No,
okay.
shut up,
Anyone
no,
listening
shut
to
up,
this,
no,
look
shut
up
up, no, shut up, no,
Higurashi
shut up, no,
opening fan, like fan make or
A fan remake. Of
Fan
the-
If
remake.
you want the opening ruined for you.
if you want
The
the
second opening.
second opening. You mean if you want the opening to be the best thing ever?
Speaking of openings, though, I have to say that first opening fits the show just so
Guess
perfectly.
we're not talking about characters.
We will talk about characters in a second.
I know,
just
I'm just
while
saying.
we're on the subject of openings, the first opening for me just like perfectly represents what Higurashi's gonna be. Like, it's an extremely off-putting opening.
Oh
It yeah. The music, the visuals, the whole thing just like
It's
comes
kind of a
together.
red herring in itself, because, like, oh, look at all these evil little girls.
Yeah.
You're a red herring. You're a red herring.
Yeah,
What
it-
if I'm a red herring?
Throws them out there everywhere, even the opening. But the opening's just great.
So
for-
what if I'm a red
With all
herring?
the red herrings, it's honestly a little disappointing at the end, where, like, it's 5 episodes away from the conclusion, you're like, it's fucking talking now.
We know. We fucking know at this point.
It's like, what's even left to
Yeah.
say? She's been connected in all of this. Her body is never, like, and she's supposedly alive.
And
The whole thing with the bike when she, like, drives Keiichi after she's
Yeah,
supposed to be
exactly.
dead.
wait, did
She's supposedly dead at that point, and then she
She's like,
happens
you
to be
never
Keiji,
saw me.
and she's like, "I never saw you. You never
That's
saw
such
me."
a terrible idea for her to do, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, I'm supposed to be dead. Better drive through Himanawazawa
I
and
know,
pick
right?
up someone who knows who I am.
But the whole entire point of that whole entire thing was, wait, the dead is walking? What? It was to mislead everyone. Because, like, they go, wait, those body records are, like, a day old, but she was alive. What's going on?
Yeah. how
Oh
is
my
this
God.
work?
Because then that's what creates that whole supernatural aspect of it, where you think
Yeah.
it's very supernatural, where you just go, is the dead walking? Is it,
Yeah.
like,
I would say,
is it aliens?
and that was pretty good, yeah. But like,
Yeah, it was a nice.
but like when it gets to the part when it should be obvious, you should just say it. Just I don't know,
Just
don't
say
draw
it.
it out.
come out with like make the hints a little more subtle.
I don't know.
or-
Some people it takes longer to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
where it's
Even if they made it out.
Yeah, it's like, when a character's revealed that they're the character the whole time. It's like,
though I did think they kind of tried to throw that off by like going, oh here now you can go into the shed talk now, and then she gets all cutesy and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's like but yeah. I think Perfect Insider hit its clues a bit better in this last episode.
we'll get to that in a bit. We're
Okay.
I've decided we're having a whole entire section just on that.
Just
But
so perfect.
We're gonna keep going on Higurashi, and I guess to start this off,
So stop.
we're gonna start with that character right
Okay,
there.
that's babyface.
Rika. Yeah, Rika's
Not
definitely
Rika. Little Rika.
Little Rika.
No, I was
No,
saying,
we're not talking
I was
about
saying Little Rika has an ugly face. We're
Well, there's-
looking
there-
at season 4 right now.
There is Little Rika, so I gotta make sure that doesn't blast through the mic later on. But
Yeah, but I'd say Rika's my personal favorite character
That's
of the
kind
show.
of a general
I
consensus.
mean, most people, I'm assuming, will think so. She's just extremely interesting.
wait,
She has all the cutesiness without being an annoying character.
that's
Like,
Yeah,
'cause-
she's got her taglines, but she's also pretty tragic too.
Yeah.
I mean, for
I mean, every
everything-
character is tragic.
Every character's tragic, but
She
every
sees all
character
of
just
it.
gets to reset, and Rika doesn't. She just experiences this
Man.
shit over and over
Man.
again.
No.
No,
like,
wait,
okay,
wait.
so Reina has like the tragic backstory with her dad.
Yeah.
Mion and Shion are in the fucking like Yakuza.
And Shion's just been shit on by her family.
Yeah.
Because she was supposed to be killed, and she wasn't.
I mean, and Mion has to like sort of feel that pain too, but she's
Yeah.
also like the person who tries to take care of everyone and feels the pain and stuff. Just like Reina a little bit. Reina has like that crazy shit that happened to her at the school and like when she
but that
broke
was
all
the
windows.
disease.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still tragic for all the characters, right?
Yeah.
which makes it really interesting when like it actually goes to that really cutesy place where like all the characters are just doing like the funny, silly stuff you'd expect kids to do.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm
And
gonna
you know they're like dying inside.
I just remembered two things. One, the whole entire plot of Higurashi revolves around political and business deals, and it's all a background war that's
Well,
manipulating
it's personal
everyone.
character relationships too.
Oh yeah. Well, no, remember the whole thing is about the politics. Anyway.
Well, that's like the main solving plot point in the
Yeah, I
background, but I
guess.
wouldn't say that's the focus of the show.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know.
And the other thing is,
Honestly, this has the best excuse for power friendship I've seen.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, this literally is the show is answered by power of friendship.
But that's what it needs. It's like power of, dude, don't try to kill everyone. It's cool. Just chill.
It's like, I'm serious. I know you're going insane right now, but you need to pull your shit together.
Dude, that
I'm
scene.
gonna reach out to you, kind of risk myself for this, but
Yeah.
like, you
No,
need to
no.
calm down. here.
I'm just saying that scene, like at the second to last arc, where like literally it's just them, like after all, like the end of the massacre arc, it's all of them in this space time, and then they're just like reaching out to the ghost girl, and they're
It's
just like,
no,
we
don't,
need our friendship.
Stop on you. Okay, no, can we
Don't-
talk about that arc really? Or-
don't mess with.
Man, we are tangenting on these characters.
That's fine.
We'll go
Power
on.
of fucking friendship.
I mean, there's so much to say about all the characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember when I texted you while I was watching this? I texted you going, "This anime is power of friendship."
Okay, no, but dude, the fake power of friendship episode ending when they save Sadako in like the most heartfelt scene ever.
And then
She's like, help me! And the police bust through the doors and they're like, oh god, she's saved. We all work together as an entire town. Like, this is all about like 4 episodes of hardship and struggle. Everything's happy. Wait, why is this called the massacre arc? Oh shit.
everyone just dies, and then you go into a less interesting arc of just everything is
It's
happy.
not just everyone dies. It's Takano like hunting them through the forest. Pow! Pow!
Yeah.
Pow!
Popping off one
Like,
character
And the
after another.
horrible, tragic deaths of every character. Just.
Coming in one after another.
Okay.
Hey.
But I mean, like, I think I don't know. That whole last arc had no attention to it.
Oh, another arc I actually like from season 2 was the or at least part where it's like Rika like talking to herself, and then Sadako keeps like noticing that.
Oh, and she's
And-
like weirded out.
Yeah, and she
Rika's,
tries to like
like,
set up
drunk
traps
talking
to
to
help
herself.
everyone and all that.
Yeah, and she sets up traps, and they actually get tripped,
Yeah,
and they run away.
I even like
so-
the after in the future scene where it's like what's his name trying to the detective tries to figure out what the hell's going on.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's like shaking a little girl and he goes, "Oh crap, I probably shouldn't be doing this."
yeah,
Well, because the whole thing about the Answers arc is that it kind of brings all the characters connected together. Of like, it answers like who's every like it even goes back to each murder and like how each murder was done and how they're related to each character. Like the first murder, you think it's totally unrelated, but no, the
Yeah.
guy was actually like a guy who raised Oishi.
yeah.
And like, so it's like, okay, that makes sense. And then you go to the next one, and it's this, and then it's this one. So you realize why Oishi is so involved with this case, and then you
Yeah.
kind of see how everyone's kind of connected.
I love how Oishi's like character interactions change throughout it. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be friendly with Keiichi this episode. Oh, this episode, him and Keiichi fucking hate each other.
Yeah, it's always interesting to watch like what Oishi's gonna do
Yeah.
Well,
and
it's
how
be-
he's gonna interact with characters this time around because it's always different.
Yeah.
It's always effective.
No, that's the whole thing about also where Rika goes, wait, Oishi's being really friendly to us in this
Yeah.
timeline. This is weird.
Well, okay. I feel like it was interesting that like the characters always seem to go after each other's throats because of their own paranoia, but in the end, like every character just kind of wants like something good.
Yeah.
Like no one's really an asshole except for Takano. That's the thing. Even like the mafia lady, like in the Sadako arc, it shows like, oh my god, she's actually not that like crazy evil.
Yeah.
She's the head person of the town, and they can't show weakness.
Yeah, she needs to keep up appearances.
She needs to keep her pin pan strong.
Dude, fucking Keiichi's like, I'm gonna kill you. It's like, are you fucking serious, Keiichi?
You don't understand what you just did. Right?
It's the mafia.
You could have been like, I'll go kill the uncle, and then that would
Okay,
make
let's
sense,
go to Keiichi.
right?
Now. So we went from Rika, now let's go to Keiichi.
Fucking Keiichi. Dude, we didn't even talk about Rika. Rika's adorable and smart and tragic, and whenever she's being annoying, it's on purpose to like draw away the fact. But she's also kind of dumb in the fact that she never goes, "Yo, I can see the future," like anytime like prior to this. It takes her like 400 fucking timelines to finally decide,
No.
oh, maybe I should actually share my powers and do something about
You'd
it.
think at least like 50, 100 timelines in, she'd be like, hey guys, I can see
feel
the
like-
future,
okay.
you're gonna kill each
I
other.
feel
Let's
like
try to work this
I
out.
feel like she did that once and found out that it didn't work, and then
Yeah,
cheated
but
each
not
other.
doing it didn't work a lot more.
Yeah.
No, because she needed Ghost Girl there to be able to fix everything.
I want to shoot Hanyu. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, Hanyu is the fucking, what's it called, snarf of the series. If you ever
Snarf.
watch fucking Thundercats. She's
She's not that
terrible.
bad.
She
She's
just makes
not that
annoying
bad.
little noises and goes, oh, I'm not sure about this, guys.
She's not that bad.
She's like what
She's
Morty is
not
a
that
parody
bad.
of. I don't know.
She's not that bad. Honestly, she's not that bad.
She's pretty bad.
She's not.
The plot involving her is even worse.
She's not.
Hanyu, come to life so we can beat the bad guy this time.
Wait, why didn't you do this beforehand?
We didn't know who they were.
We didn't want
But you could stop bullets.
Yeah, she's not that bad. I mean, it could have been my skimming through that last 11 episodes, but she wasn't that bad.
You didn't hear her talk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did.
I liked her when she was just an
Yeah.
annoying voice in Rika's head. And then Rika like bullied her.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole time Rika's just
No.
like sitting there getting drunk, like talking to.
No, dude, and then but then the season 2 opening where it cuts and adds like the
Oh,
extra
hi,
5 seconds where she was waving to her the whole time.
Hi, Hanyu. We know who you are. Well, we don't really know who you are, but we're not going to question it. We're just going to pretend you were here the whole time.
Yep. Just cause. You know.
No, because she's related to Rika, so it's just like, okay.
Why do you have horns? Oh wait, they never asked that.
It's a little fashion piece.
Yeah, totally.
Anyways, always bet against Hanyu and Salty Bet.
Has she ever been in something?
Dude, yeah, it was her and then like Princess Sadako from season 4. They were like different character fighting.
Anyway,
Yeah, Salty Bet.
so
Sorry,
Keiichi.
that's
Okay,
pretty funny.
Keiichi, the guy who shoots 4-year-olds with a BB gun.
That was because of like bullying.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Oh,
no.
that was his reason.
By the way,
for
that's
moving.
every arc. That is every arc that Keiichi did that. Just saying.
That was always his backstory. That he
No,
moved
but-
here because he shot a couple girls with a BB gun.
Wait, no. Then that could be totally different like timelines because there could be the one where he gets bullied, and then there's the one timeline where he just shoots.
Oh God, because the whole detective thing. I forgot about that. Yeah, I didn't realize before, but yeah, the timelines can go back super far, can't they?
Yeah, so there could be a timeline. That timeline could have been easily the one because Keiichi could have moved because he was being bullied because there was that
God,
one
Rika
time.
had 4 years to prevent that shit from happening. She had 4 years, and people still died every single year.
Yep. And she kept getting closer and closer and closer.
Well, she's a
Because the
kid,
God's power was getting weaker and weaker.
but
Yeah.
So I guess she kind of matured in that
So
way, which makes sense.
I guess there could be easily a timeline where Keiichi just got bullied and that's all.
And he didn't shoot some girls with
Yeah.
a BB gun. I mean, that's true. That's definitely true, but I think we have no reason to
But there's
assume one
there's
way or
always
another.
Well, no, because-
Reina always has like the dad with her dad like broke up with the mom, and then like the new lady's coming in, right? And Sadako always has the abusive uncle, right? And
Not
those
every-
4 people
yeah.
always went through the same events and all died the same way through all that time.
No,
so
but
I don't see any
but the
reason
thing
for
is,
Keiichi not to
so
have that backstory.
unless we could say that Keiichi's backstory is that he was bullied, so it put him over the edge and he started bullying other people.
Yeah, and that's why I moved to another school.
And they moved to another school, or they're two separate backstories dealing with two separate
Why
things.
would they?
I don't
They would
think
tell
that
us
would
if there
change,
was.
though. I think that's
The
something that
backstories
they
of
would
everyone else
mention.
doesn't change. Why would it suddenly do it for Keiichi?
No, because some of the backstories do change, like the detective.
The detective's like the only one, though.
That was such an asshole. That was amazingly pulled out of the
No,
ass.
'cause
That thing was like, oh,
Dude.
hey, my wife's not dead, by the way. Also, I'm here to help.
Just cause.
No, 'cause-
Just,
so
even though I didn't do this for any other episode.
No, he comes in one and he goes, "Hey, my wife's okay. I'm here on
See,
vacation with
here's
my
the
wife."
big thing. Why is Rika surprised by that?
Because I guess he doesn't.
She would know. If the wife wasn't dead, she would know that.
She doesn't know every timeline.
That's true.
She only goes back to the branching points.
No, she would know that he left early enough to go save his wife.
I know, but some of them, she doesn't know because that's why she's surprised. Because
Wait, at this point, wouldn't she have, like, quote-unquote, spawned in, later in the
Yeah,
arc, so
but
she
wouldn't it
wouldn't be
save
around
your
to know?
progress from before?
No, because
in
it
the
never-
very last timeline.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't do
It
that.
just randomly throws her
Yeah.
in the timeline.
Yeah. It's like a randomly generated timeline.
But that only works with the anime logic, not with the. Was that not included in the visual novels?
I don't know. We didn't play the visual novels.
Yeah.
But all I can say is that I'm pretty sure it's just RNG timelines. That's how it works.
All right, no more plot hole filling. Let's move on to KG.
Yeah. KG, besides
The main character that ended up not being the main character.
He's totally not
Before-
the main
Before
character.
Hanyo comes in.
No.
Nope. That's not gonna be.
Hanyo's the main character, right, guys?
It's
Dude, okay, the first arc of Higurashi was great, I gotta say. Like,
yeah.
just rewatching it.
Throwing that.
Understanding
throwing
that, no, it's just Keiichi being a fucking nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just nuts.
This
Dude.
is true.
The needle in the food
Was never there.
I know, but wasn't that one of like the great? Like, didn't that actually seem kind of like creepy at the time?
Yeah.
Like,
I always-
It was
there's
like, oh
these
shit.
Well, the
four
thing
girls who want to fuck your shit because
Well-
you know something that they did, and then
Well,
they're
that's
just
the
sending
thing
you
is-
needles in your food because you're not showing
That's
up for
the
the meetings.
first arc. So the issue with that whole entire thing is that, like, you don't know these characters, so you don't automatically go, wait, there's something wrong here.
Why is
So that's
why,
your first impression of
why
it.
is Reina holding a machete in that arc? Because everyone's fucking terrified of Keiichi at that point.
Yeah.
So she's bringing a weapon to defend herself.
Just in case.
Mm.
That was like, it's so cool to go back and see that. And I thought like at that arc, it was like, I don't know, Keiichi was doing the thing that like a lot of people would like think to do at the time, right? Like in a lot of points, like, oh, I'm super scared, I'm just gonna like shiver and be afraid and stuff. No, Keiichi gets a bat and he starts practice swinging his bat like he's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
murder someone.
Yeah.
You do understand that was my joke that every single time it's like, hey, where's the bat? Where's the bat? Take
Come
out
on,
the bat.
guys. Pull
Because
out
he
your
always
bat.
takes out the bat and
Yeah.
just starts doing the swing.
He's like, gotta practice my swings. It's like-
And then you find out there was a baseball team.
Yep, there was at one point a baseball team.
Okay.
Oh, the part where he blackmails the best section of comedy in the whole series, where he finds the baseball star, and he
Blackmails him.
blackmails him. He's like, I know the real reason
Well,
you
I
like
like
eating
it.
sweets.
See, I like the part. I do enjoy the part where when they do the Sadako uncle first time,
Mhm.
and then like they do the whole thing about like
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's a
Keiichi
very
isn't a
driven-
beta. That's like an important thing
he's
to
a
say.
very
He's
driven
like
person.
super aggressive at points.
He's
Yeah.
a very driven person. That's
Sorry,
the whole
I
plot.
keep spitting all over the place.
It's cool.
But he's a really driven person.
Hungry.
Yeah.
He's so like, I don't know. There's like a lot of MCs are kind of just like preachy and annoying. They'll be like, "Yo, can't we all get along?" Keiichi's like, "Oh, you're fucking with my spiritual little sister. I'm gonna murder you."
Yep. Yeah.
Well, that's because that's
I
his
mean, it's a
only idea
mix
at
of
the
the
time.
paranoia,
Yeah, it's 'cause
but
it's
it's
part of the
also
paranoia.
his personality
Yeah.
forming its way into doing that too. Like, I feel like as much it's not like a universal paranoia. Like, you're gonna get paranoia, but it's gonna manifest itself in different ways
Yeah.
based on who you are.
Mhm.
And I think it's very evident in KG whenever it manifests, he takes like direct action against what he thinks is going on
Yeah.
by practicing swinging a baseball bat.
And when Shion does it, she becomes a manipulative bitch.
Yep. Oh yeah, KG also slams little girls' fingers in doorways.
Okay. Okay. That.
Like, that's gotta
See,
hurt.
the BB gun thing was on purpose. With that one, it's like fucking zombies are coming into my house. I gotta
He's
stop
trying to
them.
like smash.
Keiichi.
That part was.
That girl just put
pretty-
a needle in your food, and
Well,
like, and
in
they
his
know
head.
about a mystery, or no, and they're conspiring murders in the town of Himanawa, according to a detective you know, and they're coming to your house because you're not showing up, and you know, and she was carrying a fucking machete behind you before, dude. Like that was like, I would do the same thing, honestly. I'd be like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out.
It's just so interesting to think about that first arc from like the other people's perspective.
That was honestly one of the scarier arcs, like
'Cause-
really.
Yeah, and they must have been like, all the girls must have been seriously freaked out and like
Yeah.
just overly concerned about everything that was going on, and it was all just kindness being taken the wrong way.
Yeah, because he saw the needle, he saw the marker as a needle, and
Yeah.
beat them up because of it.
No, they
Yeah.
weren't using a marker at the time. I don't think they were actually trying to mark him. Would you really do that with like a crazy paranoid person? Take a marker and try to put it on
No,
their
no,
face?
no, no. They were trying to do the Yu-Gi-Oh thing where they're like, this is a symbol of our friendship.
Wait, were they really?
Yeah, that was the whole
Yeah.
plot point of that.
Oh, Oh shit!
Yeah.
And then he goes, oh, "Why are you taking out a needle? Oh god!"
And
Yeah.
then he beats them up with the bat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're literally sitting there like, no, stop beating us up with the bat, and he beats them up with the bat.
Holy shit!
Yeah, dude, that first arc.
Why
is
would you
pretty-
come in after you just slammed your fingers in the doorway?
Because they were concerned about Keiichi.
They're like, something's going wrong
Something's
here.
going wrong.
Yeah.
We need to make sure he's cool.
And
Like, that's
after,
why
do they
he's-
break into his house, or does he let him in at that point?
I think he
I
lets
don't
him in at that
I
point.
remember.
Yeah, I
I
don't
know.
remember. It was the
But
first arc.
That's why he, like, freaks out and apologizes so sincerely after he...
Yeah,
he remembers. He's like, "Oh God, that in retrospect, that is terrible.
Yeah.
I did something terrible."
I just beat them up for no reason.
I know. Honestly, like the hints in that arc got me like super excited. It's like, wait, why did I feel like there was gonna be a needle in here? And then you just like that like perked me up. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
They're connected? What's going
like
on?
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But I don't know, man. That part is great.
Yeah. Also, when Reina is not going crazy, she's like a really cool character. Like in the first time through the Mion arc, when she goes full detective and she's just like super smart.
It's okay. I use the
figuring
backside
stuff
of a
out.
blade.
Yeah.
No, okay. So who does Keiichi end up with? What?
Wait, who's
Super unclear about that at the end.
He doesn't need to. That's its own thing.
Yeah. I don't ship in Higurashi.
No, because
There's like 12, dude.
I know, but the thing is, like, does he end up with Mion? Does he end up with Reina? That's the only questions you have to ask.
Oh, in that arc, he gave the present he won at the game thing to Mion, right?
No, that was the massacre arc.
Was that the massacre arc? Okay,
That was
the
when
massacre
Rika's
arc.
like, yo, everything's just
But
gonna be boring.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same thing over and over again. And Keiichi's
Keiji,
no,
like,
fuck you.
doesn't fuck it up.
And
he
then,
gives
but
it to the right person.
But in that arc, Shion does the whole, like, confessing for Mion.
You know, I can see why we're
Yeah.
explicit.
Huh?
I can see why we're categorized as explicit now.
Why?
Just the way we talk.
Yeah.
It's like fucking shit, fucking shit.
I can't avoid.
That plays well for audio.
Yeah.
Just crop that over the like picture and on the YouTube video.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Keiichi's cool.
but yeah, that
He's
whole
not-
arc, I think that arc ends with, I think it suggests that he ends up with Mion at that, then
Keiichi's funny. And
Reina's okay, Mion's better, Shion.
Yeah.
no, I mean Mion's okay. I don't know. I think Reina's cool.
I like Reina.
I think I like Mion better.
I don't deal with Yakuza. I'm sorry,
Dude!
How many murders throughout the show has like Mion covered up?
Enough,
Yeah.
enough that you go, yeah, I'd rather be on this side of the fence here. Would you rather be on the other side?
Placing your bets now.
Would you rather be on the other side? Like, I don't know, it's like, hey, this person could easily murder me and then, like, cover it up. I want to be on that side of the fence.
Like Reina individually is scary, but she doesn't have an army behind her.
Yeah.
No, but that's the whole point, Connor. That's the whole point.
Reina with her.
You want to be on the side where you're not going to get hurt.
Do you put your dick in Crazy or in Mafia? That's the question.
I choose Mafia. Because then I get the connections.
Dude, crazy.
Dude, if you break her heart, they will like chop off your dog's head and mail it to you or some shit.
Then you just don't. You're stuck in there forever. You just go, okay, I'm here. I have to be here forever. I gotta bite the bullet. Gotta go for it.
You made your choice.
Nope.
I've made my choice and I'm gonna bury it.
You do not do that. Okay.
Mion's a nice girl.
Let's move on to the lollies. Or I guess we already talked about Rika.
Yeah.
Sadako.
Sadako's okay.
She's just there for.
I like the fact that she's like super scheming in the light bits, but whenever it's like the dark bits, she's always like the victim.
Yeah.
She's never the murderer, except when it's Keiichi on the bridge.
Except
but
when
she-
she pushes Keiichi off
But
the
that
bridge.
wasn't even murder though. He survives.
Yeah, and also she just saw like Keiichi next to a corpse of Rika after he killed her uncle and all that crazy shit, and had a bat and yeah.
Yeah.
No, she had every right to believe that shit.
Totally rational.
Circumstance would.
And also she has the paranoia disease, so it's an easy
Yeah.
it's an easy
Yeah,
shoe.
she's had it suppressed for quite a while too.
Yeah.
because she's constantly being administered.
No,
as
I like that.
holdover, right?
Yeah, I like that part where they're like, yeah, she has a disease. Oh no, what's she sick of? Oh, it's just a paranoid disease. Everyone has it.
Don't worry, we all have it.
Because it makes it kind of like, oh man, Sadako might die. No, it's just paranoid.
Yeah, here's the everyone might die.
Literally everyone.
That's how everyone has
That
to
is the plot of this. That's why the plot of this show works. Because we're only, I'm sorry, we're only allowed to bomb you guys if everyone's about to die anyways.
Yeah.
It's okay, the demons come out of the lake. Because aliens crashed
You
down
gotta
there.
eat the organs, man. How did that turn from you have to take the virus and inject it so that it's like an immunity to you have to eat the organs?
I don't even know.
Old medicine. You know how old medicine is.
Yeah. So no one's like ever gotten cured from that, have they? They just like sort of suppress the.
Yeah, they just
has to
suppress
be
it
suppressed.
and forever stay in that town.
That's kind of a sad ending, honestly.
It is, but it's.
It sounds decent. There's a
it's the
mafia
way
there.
it is.
As long as you hate bridges, you'll be cool. Or you hate dams, you'll be cool.
Yeah. Just hate the dams.
Don't like dams.
Honestly, I like a lot of shows that take place in small towns. Like small little interesting rural towns. I think it makes things a lot more interesting.
You are gonna live with your uncle and your cousin in the town of Inaba.
Exactly.
Don't worry, your cousin's not blood related or anything. No, sorry.
So much of the stuff I watch that I like takes place in little towns.
It's alright. If you're in a small town, it's more likely to be like Alabama, anyways. So.
What? Want to say that again?
No. Did you see the picture where it's like relative dating, not the Alabama kind, in the classroom?
Oh my god. There wasn't actually for the once there wasn't actually an incest in this, was there? Wait, Mion and Shion.
No!
Season 4 doesn't count.
No,
I know, I'm making a joke.
Also, wasn't that like part of Keiichi's fantasy in season 4? Anyways,
No,
that's what I got from it.
No, I think that actually happened. That actually happened.
I mean, actually happens as non-canon bullshit.
Yeah.
But
Dude, the flute,
Even in
man.
universe canon.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, remember the recorder in the bunny suit.
I
yep.
don't even want to know.
Dude, you gotta watch
No.
Dude, you gotta watch that one episode. You just sit through it. You bite the bullet, sit through it, and just enjoy it.
Also, can we talk about how much of a pedo Dr. Erie is?
He just wants to adopt them.
About that.
About that.
I don't know.
No, yeah, he
He
pops
just
up.
wants to give them kisses in special places.
He just appears anywhere where they're just like dressed up as something.
Yeah.
I need to take a bath. I'll be right there.
Don't worry, I got you.
I'm coming.
Oh,
Literally,
Dr.
in more
Erie.
ways than one. Sorry.
Dr. Erie.
But I mean, he's a cool pedophile.
You know.
He just wants to adopt
he's
them.
trying to prevent a virus from killing
He's just
everyone.
trying
I
to
mean,
adopt them.
You gotta
Yeah.
keep him around.
It works out.
Oishi as the ace detective.
Yeah, Oishi
Ace detective.
I don't get that, but okay. Dude, my two roommates would like call each other Oishi and Marabara after that for like the longest time. That's how they would always like say hi to each
It's
other.
like
Oishi.
That's pretty great.
That bromance.
Marvar and
Perfect
Oishi.
fucking pig. Sorry.
What's the name of the other detective?
The young one?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Akasaka.
Akasaka, yeah.
Right.
I just remember it was a really weird like name like that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another thing Rika could have done. Just like, dude, go back. Your wife's gonna die.
Yeah.
She couldn't be that blatant. with it.
Instead, she's like, I'm gonna die at some point.
Go back or you'll
Yeah.
regret it. Ooh, spooky.
Dude,
Yeah.
he punches a van. It's cool.
Just be like, dude,
okay.
your wife is in X hospital. She's going to fall down the stairs and hit her baby and die. Okay,
But the baby survives.
the baby will be cool. Like, just get your ass over there. This thing's gonna resolve itself. And the guy be like,
No, you have to kind of do that menacingly. You can't just if someone walked up to you and just be like, "Yo, go back. Everyone's gonna die." Like,
if they know the specifics,
I don't know. I
I don't
like,
think people are as dumb as movies make them out to be.
I don't know because I have like.
If they told you, hey, this is your exact address, this is the room your wife is staying in,
But she doesn't know all
this
this.
is the name you could ask.
Ask in a different time.
Yeah.
I know, but for me, it's just like I wouldn't believe that. Like,
I don't know. I'd believe that over if somebody's creepily telling me go back, there's only death here or something like that.
That would
That's
seem
gonna
like a
inspire.
threat.
Yeah, that seems like a
No,
threat.
that's
And
the
it
whole
seems
point.
like there's a reason for me to be there. If
Oh.
someone says your wife is in the hospital, I know she's in the
Do
hospital.
you really think he's gonna punk
she's
out
gonna
because it's
fall
like
down
your
the
life's
stairs
in
and
danger?
die.
He's like a new and upcoming detective. He's like, I'm
I-
Mando right now.
I feel like I would more go over through the
It
threatening.
only works
over-
because of an asshole, honestly.
Eh.
Rika doesn't remember that ever working.
It works some timelines.
Well, maybe she did it in that
Somehow.
timeline. Maybe she straight up told him in that timeline.
Who
No,
knows?
because even in the timeline where like everyone dies in the future, his wife's alive there too. Like anything in season 2, his wife survives.
Somehow.
In
Oh,
all
we're
of
on a
the
different time. We're on a what is it called? A new integer timeline. The ones. What was it called in Steins Gate?
Oh, they're on the beta line.
Yeah, they're
The
on
beta.
a different
It's the
beta line.
alpha, beta,
Yeah.
and Steiner line.
Hmm.
Yeah, they needed to get to the Steiner line. No, that's what I said. Steins Gate 0 is going to be really interesting because it's going to take place on the beta line.
How much did this remind you of Steins Gate? Honestly,
I'd rather been watching Steins Gate.
What?
Do I watch my favorite anime of all time, or do I watch Higurashi? That's the question. I can rewatch Steins Gate all the time.
Well, it's alright. Every anime I watch, I'd just be like, I'd rather be watching Berserk.
No, because the thing
Too
is,
bad
like,
it's not out
because here's the thing with Steins Gate,
or
where
even announced.
the way that they tell the story, the timelines are connected more. Because the thing is, the reason why I kind of felt disjointed about the first season is that I didn't feel the connection between each iteration.
Mm.
I just felt like I was watching a bunch of events unfold, and then just let's take new characters.
Because they're all
do
the
it.
possibilities. They all are supposed to start from the same starting point, and then based on like little reactions, end up in different spots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what I liked about Steins Gate, where they kind of showed the different diverging points and how each different effect were diverging.
I feel like
I think
Steins
that
Gate
was less of the point of Higurashi, though. Like, Steins Gate's specifically about time travel, whereas Higurashi's about
Also about
more.
time travel.
It's more of a mystery than it's about time travel.
No,
I
well,
think.
Steins Gate's
It's
about
like-
history.
Connecting. I don't know. I haven't watched Steins Gate, but Higurashi,
It's a mystery.
Steins Gate doesn't butterfly effect enough, in my opinion. Like they always end up. Oh, these are the three friends that know each other. They're
Yeah.
part of our group now.
No, yeah, it doesn't do
Because that whole
it
fixed
doesn't.
timeline thing that I don't think actually works.
Well, it's
The
different.
timeline's not gonna be based off of one person. Be like, oh, since this person died, it's a huge major thing.
The thing about that is like, the thing about Steins Gate though, comparative to Higurashi, is that in Steins Gate the way again they have it's the different ways of telling time travel.
The audio.
It's the different ways to tell time travel, and in Steins Gate has the fixed lines comparative to Higurashi that has the less fixed lines.
Yeah. Well, also, if we go by sound novel style, this isn't actually diverging timelines at all. This is just resetting.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resetting timelines
Again,
every
this is-
time, which is
this-
completely different.
Yeah, there's there's too many concepts of time travel, and these are just two separate time travels. I just prefer the time travel that's told in Steins Gate over
Yeah,
the time travel.
Higurashi is more like a certain recent game that we can't talk about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. It kind of is like that, isn't it?
That's your fault, isn't it? Sorry.
That's your fault, yeah. Except in that one, they remember. They remember that.
They don't really remember.
They will remember
Yeah.
that.
Still, I think Higurashi, as much as the time travel is very important to it, I don't think it's the main focus of the show.
It
At all.
isn't. It isn't.
So
But again, it's like the preference of time travel. Where
Yeah.
because I for some reason I like.
I don't know. A show meant to be about time travel versus a show that contains time travel, the one that's meant to be about it is obviously gonna do
No,
it better.
I know that they're gonna do it better.
It's just
but-
to be assumed.
No, I prefer. I don't like I like the more continuous story over the disjointed story. That's what I'm trying to say. Where I like
Let's just had a different experience. So.
yeah, exactly. It's a different experience. Like I like that season 2 a lot more because it felt connected. Every story just felt connected to each other. Of Rika going back, and then it felt more of
more connected because it was like question, and then answers for those two
yeah,
questions.
but again, that's what I liked about the second season over the first season. Even though I don't like the arcs in the second season, overall I liked how they did it. Where it was Rika is basically Okabe going back in time.
Yeah, I mean, the explanation I thought for this was really good. Generally in a mystery, it's like, okay, the explanation better be worth it at the end.
Mm.
Like, what's actually happening here? And I thought it was pretty worth it. Like, the payoff was pretty cool. It took forever, though.
Like
The execution was kind of crap at the
No,
end.
the last 11 episodes could have been done in 5 episodes, but again, I prefer that.
Like, the way they explain it. It works pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike the cast, but I mean, I didn't like every character of the cast. Some of them just felt nothing.
Mhm.
Like, I liked Mion, and I could have taken her leaving right now.
I like Tarika a lot.
Yeah.
Of course, she's the main character. Geichi was great. Sadako, I could have taken her left that, depending on my the feelings of that day. Shion's pretty good.
Boy, she was great.
She was great.
Yeah.
Toмотaka was a nothing character.
Toмотake is, I'm going to die in a few episodes, just give it a little bit.
Akasaka punched the van. I'm not letting that go down. Like, that was a moment where I said, "Wow, what am I watching?" Where
So I was like, we need a cute guy, quick, put in this, like, newbie detective.
no, you remember that? Remember, it's literally, hey, you punch like the elite guy of that group punches Akasaka. He literally goes, "That punch was weak. This is how you punch like a man," and he punches a van. And I just went like, "What am I watching here? What is this?"
Yeah, can get a bit strange at times.
Yeah, but overall, I guess Higurashi is Higurashi. Destiny is Destiny.
Yeah, it's its own thing. It's unique.
It's a lot of fun to show people.
Yeah.
See their reactions.
I feel like
But then again, so is Boku no Pico.
Oh god.
I'd rather. No, I'm kidding.
What? I would kill you.
I
This
felt
would
like
literally come to the point of repeating
Oh, we're here,
Higurashi.
folks. Here, mark this time point.
This
I
is
gotta
where
get my
Andrew
use ready.
dies.
Let me get
Oh,
my
no.
headphones ready.
Oh no, I lost my Swiss Army.
Gonna strangle.
Cornered.
Connor grabs the knife first.
And now
Go
Connor
play
grabs the
my
knife. He has the knife in his hand.
Oh god.
Oh god, oh god. Ah!
Yep.
End of the Higurashi discussion.
Just cut right there.
But anyway, overall, Higurashi. Did we talk about all the
Oh,
characters?
talk about opening an AED now.
We did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we talked about it earlier.
We talked about it a little bit.
Yeah,
A
but
little
that
bit.
covered it.
Generally, the music's okay and the animation's crap.
Characters are pretty good.
Characters are good. The world's alright. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say. You watch it for the story and
The
for
story-
like the execution and stuff.
Yeah.
Not well, and not the horrible timing of the execution, but whatever.
You know.
Some people might say this is brilliant execution. It's art.
No, most people are like, "Why is this taking so fucking long to do
Well,
anything?"
Yeah.
Well, it's 50 episodes.
It's like you already explained what was happening. You don't need to tell me a 7th time.
Yeah.
Dude, take Higurashi and condense it down to like a 30, and you could have done the same deal.
Yeah, and it would have been great.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think anyone who really likes Higurashi understands that it's obviously heavily flawed, but that doesn't make it bad.
Yeah. Definitely watch. You haven't.
Yeah.
Been watching.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, this thing's sizzling down.
So let's move on to the next section. Yeah, why not? Give me a little nice reminder for later. So again, this is now our tangent section. We actually have a lot to discuss in this area.
Do we?
Yeah, we have Berserk chapter 41 or 341. We have the new UQ holder, as always. We have. Oh wait, you guys didn't look at it. Apparently, there was a 5-page One Punch that came out today.
Oh.
It's 5 pages. You could probably read it in the time that somebody has a conversation right now.
We haven't talked about the One Punch that came before that, the special. That was great.
And we could kind of discuss it, but not
Touch
not
on
long.
that.
Touch upon it a little bit. The fall season as always, and I want to have a new section of the Perfect Insider, just talking about that because that's we'll talk about that in the fall
That
section.
giant ass twist. No.
So okay, let's start this off. Who wants to go first? What were you? You know what? I'm pretty sure I could probably answer. You probably didn't watch it. You probably didn't read a lot, watch a lot, Connor. Did you watch any Yu Yu Hakusho?
If I say yes, well, I have to say what happened.
Probably.
Then no.
Not worth.
Dawson, you read manga all the time, so
Yeah.
Fill us in on
what
what
did
you
I
saying that.
What did I read and watch this week? I read a shonen romance about a dude in a mirror. It's pretty interesting, actually.
He's just in love with himself.
I was surprised. No, it's not a.
I read a manga too about a dude in a mirror, but that's a totally different.
That was a hentai.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, because it was kind of interesting because what happens in this story is very similar to what you'd expect the plot of a bad hentai to start out as. But it was definitely really interesting. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I mean, definitely not the best romance around, but that's to be expected. It was fun. I also read My Hero Academia. I'm caught up with that, which was fun too. It was
I'd say
surprisingly.
that's getting an anime soon, right?
Yeah, probably. Maybe. There's some
No, there's
contention.
actually
Frog Girl is amazing.
No, I actually just saw it
really
today.
like Frog.
I just saw it today.
It was confirmed?
It's confirmed, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So apparently that's getting a anime too.
That's another thing with like the ranked superhero.
Yeah,
thing,
honestly, it's like if One Punch was a shonen instead of a seinen, and you didn't have.
right? There's another thing called
Saitama
Ratman
around?
that's doing the exact same thing, actually, or it did a while ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was a surprisingly shonen-filled week for me, which is unusual.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do you have anything part of your romance corner, or should this be your shonen corner?
I mean, it was a shonen romance, not My Hero Academia. That was just straight shonen. But my shonen romance was a romance. I also rewatched Nagi no Asukara, which is absolutely gorgeous and confirmed now to be in my top 5. In a week or two, you guys are going to be watching it.
Yeah, but next week is mine.
Next week, Andrew's got Classroom Crisis.
Since no one's actually watching this, I played a little bit of Corruption of Champions, so I guess that counts as reading.
Does something.
Saying.
Yeah.
For anyone watching this, look
No,
it up
don't look
and
it
then
up.
immediately go, oh my god.
Yeah, I also started reading a strange eki manga called My Balls. Yeah, the dude gets a evil demon queen trapped in his balls, and he can't jack off for a month or else.
Mind you, Dawson kept reading this.
I only read like 7 or 8 chapters of it. There's like 64 of them.
Oh, never mind.
So I'm gonna read
That
it.
was 41.
41, yeah, 41.
Are you gonna keep going though?
I mean, I'm not gonna read it consistently. It's like you
I
know
feel
how
like-
it's you know how occasionally you want to eat fast food.
Oh, okay.
It's like that. Like
Yeah.
occasionally you
No,
want
I
to read
get it.
something
There's-
bad that's
Where there's a
Another
Yeah.
set of podcasts they describe it. It's like it's junk food. It's your junk
yeah,
food.
exactly. It's totally
I'm
junk
sure
food.
there's like an enemy, the parasite enemy that's kind of like that.
Probably. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I've gone through
I
this
need to
week.
talk louder, man. I keep like, I'm looking at my voice waves and I'm like the little tiny dots, and you guys are like the huge ones.
No, it's okay because this mic picks up better.
Oh,
Sorry, we
okay.
have 2 mics. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's all I read and watched for this week, besides keeping up with the manga that I've been keeping up with.
Keeping on, which we'll discuss in a minute here.
What about you, Andrew?
I don't think I did anything because literally our week's been Saturday to Thursday.
Woo, programming.
Programming, then studying, so I don't think I've really had time to watch or read anything.
Oh,
I mean, I could
so
pretend-
taking a break.
I could, huh?
We're so taking a break this weekend.
Oh,
We're
I'm
doing a little
not.
bit of home.
I'm not. I have work to do up until 4 weeks from now. I should be doing work right now. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but you don't do it.
Well, I have like 2 assignments due this weekend, and then 1 due Monday. So I'll get around to
Oh,
that.
do this weekend? Damn.
Huh?
That sucks.
Wait, what?
Do this weekend? That sucks.
Yeah, I have 1 assignment due on Halloween, 1 assignment due on Friday. That's why I'm gonna ask you to give me all the to send me the title cards now, so I could easily just put up the rendering, start doing work. Or I want to play a round of Gloom and then do some work.
Okay, I'll do that. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited because I'm gonna try to get these guys to play a game called Gloom in a bit, but that's neither here nor there. But besides that, I didn't really read or watch anything. I mean, I've been watching my weeklies, which I'll discuss later. Reading what's coming up. I've been sitting on the manga for Shonen Sample, but I haven't decided to read it yet because I'm watching the anime for that, and I'm like, ooh, I kind of want to read it, but at the same time, I don't want to ruin this anime for myself.
In non-anime, we've been watching South Park, and that's been fun.
Yeah.
That has
Twig X
been-
Craig forever.
You know what? Let's just talk about
Twig
that.
X Craig.
Yeah, that's what you
Forever.
did with this week. Tweak X Craig. You love your yaoi fanfics. That's
I
what
do
you
not
do.
write any yaoi fanfics. That is
a
slander.
blatant lie.
That is slander.
Yeah. Did you write the yaoi fanfics of Tweaking Craig?
No.
Did you
No,
submit?
that was Dawson.
I'm sorry, guys.
Did you submit that video with Dawson?
Where we were dressed up.
That's Tweaking Craig.
No, those are like 5-year-olds or something. Those kids look tiny.
Perspective.
I hope, in some ways, I hope that's a fan video. And in other ways, people just had 2 kids dress up and like pretend to be gay with each other, and then filmed it and sent it to like.
Don't worry, dude. It's
You're
the Japanese.
confused about what we're talking about
Watch
now.
South Park Tweak X Craig.
Yeah,
And then you
It's
understand.
free on their website.
the currently most recent episode of South Park is basically a yaoi episode.
Yeah,
They're
and
like, send us all your yaoi all your gay fanfic pictures of Tweak and Craig, and people did.
And they built an episode around it. It's pretty hilarious.
it's a really good representation of the yaoi fan base in anime.
Is it?
I don't know about that.
I'm not
I don't know
sure. I
about
think
that.
it was more of like how much people don't understand like gayness, but like
No,
they try to be supportive, and it's almost
There-
like too much.
There's
in a way.
there's a bit of that. I feel like all the yaoi fan art is kind of like that's kind of the culture that's been developed.
I think they just wanted to have like fun with that. Honestly,
I guess, but I mean, I kind of see that with like a
No,
lot.
I mean, why does Japan make people gay? Who do they?
Yeah.
It's the females that choose. They want to see their boy love.
Mhm.
Boys will love.
It has to do with this tragedies at World War II, an event called the raping of what was it?
Kingdom.
Oh,
Don King.
Isn't it actually the rape of Nanking?
Yeah, Nanking.
But for some reason he pronounced it Don King, and he's like, I didn't know Don King was raped. It's worth a watch if you haven't.
It's really worth a watch. If you're an anime fan, you would actually enjoy this episode. It's really funny. I don't understand why it's funny.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It has the raunchiness you'd expect in South Park as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still a South Park episode,
So
so
did
don't
you-
expect it not to be.
did you just skim through the 5 chapters that was One Punch right now?
No,
I can't do that and talk at the same time.
It's, what's it called? A lot of places don't have it.
Oh, I found it. Basically, here I could sum it up. Big monster fights, Batman fights it, and then he just goes,
Batman?
no, the Steel Batman.
Oh, okay.
Steel Batman fights it and
Why are
goes,
they still doing that?
and he just goes, I think I found its weak point, and then it ends. It's 5 pages.
You know what's a good chapter of One Punch Man? The video game chapter. That
Yeah,
was
that's
great.
It's on Imgur. If you
It's not even canon. That's just like a special.
Yeah, because King's the best. I
Dude.
want to have the King engine.
Saitama is like, yo, I don't really have a team, but here's my representatives who said they would help. And it's like
Dude,
all the S
It's
rank.
Here's Bang. Here's Bang. Here's King. Here's Genos. Why does he have all these S ranks with him? It's because he's super chill with the S ranks.
Yeah, they just like hang out together.
It's alright, guys. They can totally beat everyone, even King in video games.
I love how all the S ranks like admit that Saitama's like super strong, but he's still rank A.
Yeah.
Is he rank A now?
Is he? I thought he was B.
I thought he just got into rank A.
No, because she's rank B. Tornado.
And I thought he surpassed her. That was
No.
No, he hasn't surpassed her yet.
She was just trying to bully him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still mid rank B.
Okay. He's
And
not
there's
rank
the
A.
whole B wall. Isn't
You
there?
need
Who's
to get
the-
past Handsome Sweet Mask.
Yeah,
to
because
get
he's the B wall, right?
No, I think
Or is
he's
he
the
A-wall?
A-wall.
He's
Yeah, he's
the
the
A-wall. Okay.
She's
A-wall.
the
A-wall.
Tornado's the B-wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Sweet Mask. Yeah, Sweet Mask is the number 1 A rank, and then Tornado is the number 1 B rank, and then
Okay.
Licenseless Rider is the number 1 C rank.
Yeah,
What is
licenseless
his Sweet
rider.
Mask? Like, they make him sound super strong, but I've never seen him do anything
Oh,
cool.
you didn't watch the new One Punch Man, Dawson?
It's,
Oh yeah.
it's nothing that special.
It's nothing that special, but Licenseless Rider has his own theme song.
Dude, I bet Sonic
Oh,
can do
yes.
Sweet Mask.
Yeah, Supersonic Street Sun.
Super.
It's okay, you don't have to watch the animated One Punch. You just have to watch that really cool anime gif of One Punch. The manga gif of One
Yeah,
Punch.
that I have seen already. That's the one thing I have seen.
But yeah, I think there's nothing really to talk about One Punch. There's literally nothing happened. Nothing's been really happening
They're
lately.
working on the anime.
I know. It's kind of disappointing because nothing's been really happening
No,
with
what
One
was
Punch.
disappointing was the freaking Sonic scene in the anime.
Yeah.
It looked better in the manga. Their little flip pages. Like, there's the comparison gif that you shared.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll discuss that in a
It
little
looks
bit.
better
We'll
than
talk about
goddamn
that.
manga.
We'll talk about that in the fall
It
section.
was pre-animated.
Okay, so Berserk 341. We'll go into that. Then we'll go into Yuki Order,
Rickard
then
has a
Fall,
rocket
and then we'll
launcher
have
edition.
Yeah.
we'll have the perfect insider discussion. But here's what I'm gonna say about Berserk 341 before we start.
So we made a
We-
bet on this.
We can't put any money in right now. It's still too early.
Really?
Because the thing is, Connor's pointed this out, that we're very unclear if Mask Guy died.
I'm pretty sure he died though.
This is true.
I'm
looks
pretty sure
pretty dead.
But I'm almost certain that he's not dead.
But if he comes back and kills someone, our bet may still be on.
Well, no. Here's
They're
our,
already like way far away
okay.
right now.
No, the bet's already over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right now. If Connor's like me and you have lost the bet,
Yeah.
he's still in the running to win the bet.
He just kills all the hookers.
Actually, no. But the whole event's just done. Everything's done with. Like anything past this point is past this event.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
don't know if the mask, Mr. Mask is dead.
Oh, I see how it is. Does
What?
he count as like a major character? Or?
I thought that's what you're pulling for. That he counts as a major character, so that's why.
Okay. I mean, I'll take that.
Connor wants his bucks.
Oh, okay then. Do you want to just call
no,
the bet
no,
off? I'll
I
win?
said okay. You offered it, and I said okay. It is a
No,
done
you're
deal.
the one who presented that to me like 3 days ago. You asked me, they were like, I said, so we all won, we all lost, so we don't have to give any money. And then you told me that you're like, no, but what if he's dead? And I was like, I don't think he's dead. And he's like, well, I think he's dead.
So if Mass Dude is dead,
Then we
Connor
lose.
gets money?
Yeah, Connor gets money.
Maybe
Okay.
$10 a year.
Unless you count him as a minor character, then Dawson gets money.
I'd say he's a pretty. No, that was like
Is he a major or minor? That's the question.
major characters. No, remember we agreed that like the prince counted as a major character. So then, wouldn't he also count as a major character?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Me and Dawson are already done. We've lost.
Yeah.
Now it's a matter of, do we lose money or do we lose nothing?
Nothing. Yeah.
Also, mage guy on their team now. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
which
no,
is bad.
what-
Guts actually has an army building. That's kind of cool.
I've been talking about that.
Slowly but surely, he's.
I've been talking. He's
building
gonna
up
go to
his-
Fairy Island and you're like, I'm gonna resurrect all of the Band of the Hawk.
No.
Oh god.
It's okay, guys. None of them are dead anymore.
Oh my god!
How
what
mad
if
would the fan
Oh
base
my
be?
god!
That
How
would-
mad would everyone be? Oh my god! That has to
That
happen
would
now.
be no. If that
The only
happened-
part that would like make them happy if that happened is everyone goes and just rapes Griffith, and then that's how it ends.
No. See, okay.
That's
okay.
the ending of Berserk.
No. What if it's this?
Sweet
where,
revenge.
Where Guts does one last ride and the spirits of the Band of the Hawk join him on
Okay,
the
that
one
would be
last
cool because
ride.
they're like in the underworld or something. That would make sense, but not. Oh yeah, they're all back to life, guys.
They're all back, or like the Fairy King goes like, I'll bring back the Band of the Hawk for like 1 month. You have to go take on Griffith in like a month.
Good luck.
You got 1 month.
Dude, end of Berserk.
Dude,
Griffith and Guts make up and become friends.
roll the world together.
Damn it, you haven't seen the end of Code Geass. I can't say it. It turns out to be the end of Code Geass.
Oh god, I hope not. I don't know what the end of Code Geass is, and I don't want to know what the end of Code Geass is.
I can sum it up in in about 2 phrases. Best friends, sacrifice.
Nice.
I don't even want to think about that.
I mean, that's how you can sum up the end of Berserk too.
Dude, I swear, if it ends with Griffith and Guts becoming best friends, them going like, let's fix this world, and then like one of them sacrificing themselves for the greater good. Oh my god.
No, and what's worse, it's Guts doing it.
Yeah, no, that's what would have happened.
Griffith gets to
No.
stay behind and just rule the world. It's like, nah, Griffith's cool now.
no.
No, because Griffith becomes new Guts.
I would kill someone.
That would be absolutely
That would-
horrendous.
Dude, cutting just never mind. You just ruined the recording for yourself. But anyways, that is like,
Yeah, look at all this.
that is against
like,
everything that like Berserk even stands for. So it's
Yeah.
like rage and like revenge and shit.
Yeah, and then it's just
Yeah.
makeup at the end. Best friends, power of friendship, everyone wins.
Dude, Guts is like a slowly dying flame who's trying to get to Griffith.
Dude,
Yeah.
what if Berserk ends with power of friendship?
What? No.
Guts
Berserk has to die with horrible, painful deaths,
Guts-
and
Guts-
with Griffiths, and then
Guts-
you're like, shit, it's
Guts
over.
is dying. Guts is dying, and like he's on his deathbed, like after fighting Griffith, and then using the power of friendship, they bring him back. They're able to save Guts.
Please no.
When does Serpico meet Rickard? I want to see that.
That would be cool.
And what's his
Will be.
name? In Isidro.
If you drew a meeting record.
Yeah, because like Isidro's kind of the new Rickard in a way.
Sorta. He's more
Rickard's more
hot-headed
ordered.
than-
I would say, see, because what's his name? Jude's the new.
Serpico's
Serpico's
the-
the new Jude.
Yeah. Except Serpico's great. And Jude is not.
Hey, Jude was cool.
She's great.
Oh wait, which one's
Jude was like the Link-looking dude,
Oh yeah. Jude was cool. Serpico's better though.
which I guess makes the new Casca
Friends.
Friends.
Except that Jade actually
Except
ends up with
Casca.
Casca.
Oh.
So sad.
Oh crap! They're related. Dang it.
Well, they're somewhat
No, wait,
related.
They
no,
are
no.
half
They're
related.
half related.
Wait, I forgot. Francis right now, fiance to the prince. Oh no, Jade's not gonna end up in Casca. Oh man, I love how a bunch of like the plot around Berserk is just like Serpico really just wants to bone his half sister.
He tries.
But yeah, that chapter was really like tangenting off of what you're talking about.
I love
Berserk.
how most of the plot is, when is Gus gonna turn around and kill us all?
Yeah, it's like we're just waiting. And
But
Serpico
We are
is-
following him of our own free will because he's so cool, but he might just turn around and kill us.
Yep. And Serpico's really worried about this.
But yeah, leading up to the
That's
actual
like-
chapter of Berserk, like I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, you told me it's like, yeah, the chapter's met, and I was like, what?
Dude,
and when I read it, and I was like, that was pretty
Any
cool.
chapter without Guts right now is met. Okay.
Hey, next
It has
chapter's
been
guts, apparently.
Years, I think. There's been hints at that, but yeah, it has been so fucking long.
Dude, what if it just continues with like, okay.
No, it's
okay,
like
we were-
Griffith and the princess just like sitting around doing nothing.
No,
outside.
I got it. Next chapter is the whole band with Rickard and all those guys just flying around doing stuff, and for the next 2 years, it's just Rickard
It's
and
the bird instead of the boat.
It's them
They're
on
on
the
the
bird.
bird.
They're doing stuff on the like Rickard is actually becoming super cool, and it's like finally they just like end up on Fairy Island, and then Guts just arrives there on the boat just right when they get there.
And then hiatus.
And then hiatus, yep.
But yeah, it was pretty cool seeing like.
AKA Mario going, fuck.
See, I like how they redeemed Erica, where Erica literally just goes, wait 1 second, runs in, grabs the rocket launcher, gives the rocket launcher to Rickard, and then Rickard just shoots the guy.
He's like, oh yeah, I made this.
Also, get your head down or your head's gonna get blown off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Erica just redeeming herself from the previous chapter.
Yep.
She's not totally incompetent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wizard guy is now on their side. That's cool.
Which
I
is
love how the
badass.
Wizards guy's like, can I be on your side? And they're like, yeah.
Yes, please.
I don't see why not. Like literally, it's just like, hey, like the what's his name? The cool weapons guy with the turban. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
I don't know.
Turban guy.
Rakshas?
Rock.
Or no, he's a...
He has the Rakshas.
yeah.
But basically him is just like.
the prince.
I love how he's taking orders with Rickard now because like Rickard's basically their temporary leader because they're just like it's like, hey Rickard, it's up to you if you want the guy in here. I don't really care.
He's like, I got this.
And then Rickard's just like, I don't care, just get us out of here.
Let's fucking run.
Oh yeah, good chapter of Berserk. Always good chapter of
Hey
Berserk.
man, the boss just became like an ally. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. From our conversation,
That was
I
a
loved
sick boss battle too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Man,
was.
what if it was like platinum making the
I don't care. I just want more Berserk content in general, honestly.
Oh, I will
As
platinum
long as we're
shield.
getting-
Anything that's
something.
not Golden Age arc, I am fine with. Even if it's just like an OVA that's the prequel to the Golden Age arc. Or I guess that's not even a prequel, huh? That's the first four chapters in a OVA.
Okay, what if
I would
we
love that.
and it's but they still somehow take out the first 2 panels.
Yes.
It would be cool if they
Indeed.
made one that filled in all the stuff they skipped about Guts' backstory.
Which one? Oh yeah.
Because you know how
They
they
do that in
skip
the anime
most-
though. They actually have
They
a lot
just
of his
have the
backstory.
Dream series, right?
No, in the real anime, they have a lot
Oh,
of
in
his
the real
backstory.
anime? Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to find a nice period of time where there's a video game that takes place in between the time where Serpico and Friends joins up and when
Yeah,
they leave.
they're fighting mandrakes and shit.
Yeah.
No, there's a video game that actually takes place as part of the story.
Oh, that's cool.
Like it ends when he gets the armor. It's the final battle. It's like him versus the dragon, and he gets the berserk armor.
And then you use the Berserk armor and then it ends?
I think so. Yeah.
That's stupid.
It's okay, you can probably replay the first part with Berserk armor. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just
Golden
guessing.
Age of Berserk armor.
No, that's like your Deus Ex Machina at the end. You know how some games have that?
Oh, yeah.
You get your like big power up at the end.
And then you just get to keep
Yeah,
it.
but like in Persona 4, you get to keep
Your
Bagatsu
status.
Izanagi.
Yeah.
You get to summon him and just be like, cool, I have Bagatsu Izanagi. Wait, no, not Megatsu Izanagi. One of the Izanagis.
One of the many Izanagis.
One of the many Izanagis. But yeah, that was Berserk Chapter 341. Still a good chapter. Another one coming out next month.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Our monthly.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, no. Knock on wood.
Yeah. Does anyone want to move up the bet to see how long we get monthly from now on, or do you want to?
No.
Do you want to not?
I don't play with such serious matters.
Yeah. Yeah, putting a bet on that would be...
I bet.
It would make
one more.
Whatever it is, if we lose, it's just...
Yeah, I know.
Even sadder.
No, that's
it's making it worse than it has
if
to
somebody
be.
if somebody wins, it's sad for everyone.
Yeah.
So continuing from Berserk, we will now move on to me and Dawson. We get to talk about UQ Holder 99, one more to 100.
Almost at that magical chapter that may actually mean absolutely nothing.
I would again. It doesn't really matter because some authors do that, some authors don't. So I don't know if Ken Akamatsu is one,
or if he's just continuing.
Yeah, I feel like he might just have a really cool picture at the beginning.
Yeah,
and that'll be awesome. That's hype. Or we get to see Chachimaru in class pros. It's either or at this point. Thinking about that. Oh, well, this last chapter ended off with Hammer Girl going "Yo, I lost because your amazing powers of strip magic."
Yeah.
And so it's just hey, what do you want to do? And he wants to save the world.
Yeah, somehow saving the world
will
is
save
going to
Evangeline.
Save Evangeline, yeah. Which is why he's asking this girl who's in love with her to help him out with it.
Yeah.
I
don't.
We also finished up that Toda or that.
Yeah, he said it.
Koromaru confession.
He said it.
But he actually confessed.
But Toda's such a bro that he bros on Koromaru and just goes, "Yeah, I love you too. I love everybody."
Yeah, as much as I'm glad he went through with that,
but
I'm also really mad because I want
Koromaru to be a bro character, and I don't want him to turn into a girl.
No, but
that would make me very unhappy.
So that chapter was just a bunch of people realizing that they kind of had a thing for Toda, starting with Koromaru just going damn, I think I actually do have a thing for him.
Yeah.
And then Kiri just going I totally don't have a thing for him, and Santa's I'm pretty sure you have a thing for him.
Pretty sure you do. Yeah.
And then the other females Shinobu just being yeah, Toda, you're super cool, man.
Yeah.
And then the new class pres granddaughter just going hey,
I'm gonna save all the other girls.
Yeah, I'm gonna marry you and save everybody else from marrying you, you harem king.
Yeah.
And then his harem king's powers activated and his strip powers emerged.
Yeah, they came out.
So okay, let's start theorizing right now about all of this. Saving the world, saving Evangeline. What do you think that will all mean?
I have no idea at this point. Maybe it's trying to free Negi and Nagi. I could see that being it. Somehow freeing Negi and Nagi and taking on the Mage of the Beginnings will lead to saving the world, and somehow those two coming back will positively affect Evangeline in a way that counts as saving her. I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is, and then you just add more love rivals. Well, not really Nagi, but Negi is the possible one there, but it's unclear.
For Evangeline?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Now I'm really mad. What if they do save Negi, and then Negi's just there the whole time? They just take Asuna out of that timeline anyway.
And we just don't go back to the...
Because remember, we're on the time... the theorizing is we're in the timeline that is absent of Asuna.
Oh, yeah. So even if we get to the point in time where Asuna would show up...
She just goes back to a different...
They take her to a different timeline.
Yeah. So she's still gonna forever be absent from that timeline.
From that single timeline, yeah.
Forever, ever. Which is just, forever, ever. Which is just kind of sad, because it's just yeah...
And a timeline absent of Asuna.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I'm okay with that, though.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm
not saying I didn't want that, but what if Negi comes back? That timeline will still forever be void of Asuna.
And he will never get to see her again.
Yeah, he will never get to see her again.
It'd be sad.
That version of Negi will never get to see her again. The version of Negi that does have the timeline where she's present gets to see her again.
We'll get her the whole time.
Yeah. So... I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think I'll go with it. I'll take a timeline without Asuna.
But what happens if Negi just ends up dying at the end of Yuki Hoarder? What if everyone dies at the end of Yuki Hoarder?
We get like a school days ending.
I
I don't know how I deal with that. I honestly don't know how I'd feel about that.
So who's the one who cuts off Toda's head? Kiri or Koromaru or Evangeline?
Oh, dude, it's gonna end up being Evangeline.
No, because Evangeline will be the girl that he ends up.
I like how it's like, what if everyone dies in Yuki Holder at the end, and then in Berserk it's like, what if everyone doesn't die at the end?
Yeah, I know. Berserk, it's like, oh shit, what if something actually
What if
happened?
Cyberco dies at the end of Berserk?
God, that would be terrible.
Okay, Guts is definitely gonna die. Can we just agree on that? That's probably gonna be like...
If not, he's gonna be.
The story ends with Guts. That's...
It's either Guts die. Oh, why didn't you just say this earlier? Because now I'm gonna figure it. No, we're gonna stop talking about this.
Sorry, I just had to.
Yeah.
Dude, you're talking about something I had no idea what's going on about. Usually you say this for the end and let me leave.
No.
Just because this goes on for so long.
I mean, we won't be in this.
Yeah, we won't be in this for so long. So
Nothing's a problem.
overall, I did like this chapter of Yuki Hoarder. I always enjoy a chapter of Yuki Hoarder. I mean, it's bringing me back to the days where I read Negima and was excited every day for a chapter of Negima.
Yeah, it's fun to get a new one.
And not only that, but it's even seeming like, oh man, we actually might go reverse harem now.
Can't wait for Ken Nakamatsu to show up.
Oh, that'll be the best, dude.
Self cameo.
Here's the thing, I love Ken Akamatsu, even the stupid stuff that he does. So if he even shows himself in the manga, I'd be like, you know what?
Ken.
You know what? Good job, Ken.
Oh, Ken. Son.
Dude, Ken comes back, Ken Akamatsu comes in, and he's like the harem king. And like all the girls fawn over him. That would be an omake right there.
That would be pretty hilarious.
Bonus chapter, Ken Akamatsu returns onto the scene.
Yeah.
And all the girls are like, oh man, my heart's only for Ken though.
Only Ken.
Only Ken.
Only Ken-san.
Ken-san. Anyway, moving on.
the name of his
editor
in the Zaki-kun.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, moving on. Fall season, week 4. Since I kind of talked a little bit about week 4 previously during the last podcast, but I kind of have to skip through it, so speed through it. So I'm just going to go a little bit more detailed about this stuff. So I'm going to start with Lance and Mask. So, okay guys, remember how I told you last week how it ended with the girl going, Daddy, right?
Yeah.
You know how this episode continued? He goes, hey, if you want me to pretend to be your daddy, I will pretend to be your daddy. I will be your daddy and will always come to your rescue. And then he just pieces out. And then he just goes, why the hell did I do that? I don't understand why I did that.
Yeah.
And then there's this other girl who's like, I'm totally into the main character, Yotaro. But I don't like Night Lancer because he's a pervert. But I like Yotaro. and then it ends. It ends where
It's
basic
like a plot from Hannah Montana.
and then it continues. And then it continues where one of the assassin kids kidnaps that girl and is about to shoot her in the face, and then Yotaro has to come and save her, and that's when she realizes like, oh no, that is actually Yotaro and not just Nightland. Like, oh no, and then suddenly like the girl who's like his like. His daughter now comes in and starts fighting the dude with the guns, and they have this like duel, and then like the dude loses his guns, and then she just goes bloodthirsty because he's like, you try to kill my daddy, I'm gonna kill you now.
What?
And then she straight up stabs like 3 characters in the cast. Like she stabs one of the characters in the leg, like not even like, you know, like all the way through the character's leg.
Damn.
Yotaro gets stabbed through the body and is bleeding out. And like, there's all this
MC
stuff.
gets the worst.
Naturally.
And then it just keeps going and keeps going, and then it ends where like the maid just like the maid tries to kill the girl, and then Yotaro just comes and is like, nah, she's my daughter, I have to save her. But and then she goes like, you're bleeding out, I have to save her though, and he saves her, and then like she disappears, and then they're at home, and then Makio comes in and just goes, hey guys, I found a new friend, and it's the daughter. And she's like, it's Night Lancer's daughter. And since I'm Night Lancer's wife, she's my daughter. And then she just goes, mommy. And I'm just like, I'm fucking done. I'm done.
That's enough for
I'm
now.
done with Night Lancer. I'm going to keep watching it, but I'm done with this series. My mind has left.
Speaking of doing something to 3 people, let's talk about how Mickey Mouse just doesn't give a fuck. Gundam.
Oh, Gundam. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But before I leave off of that, I'm
my
calling
God.
it now. I'm calling it now.
What?
Night Lancer is the what's it called? Kusen Madoshi Kusen of this season for me.
So bad, it's good.
No, so bad that I will just constantly watch it and not understand why I'm watching it.
Huh.
Yeah, we could go to Gundam.
Iron-Blooded Orphans.
We watched Gundam 3 and 4. Dawson only watched 3.
Yeah.
And wow, does that escalate quickly.
Yeah.
They're not heroes. They're just people, like, in war, basically.
Trying to.
They're
Trying
child
to live.
soldiers.
Yeah.
Like,
they shoot some dudes.
they shoot everyone. No.
Not everyone.
They
They
shoot
shoot, shoot a
three-
couple
They
dudes.
shoot 3 people in the
He
span
just
of
goes,
one
go
episode.
shoot that guy. He goes, okay, bam.
So you say he's a high-functioning autistic. I'm thinking he's a low-functioning sociopath. Because
Sociopaths are.
No,
because sociopaths
always
don't care for
functioning.
other people.
No, yeah, sociopaths are the type of people who have no emotions.
He
No,
shows
not no
care.
emotions. They just don't understand
have
other
sympathy for
people's
people.
emotions.
Okay.
It's like lack of empathy. You don't understand
Okay,
what other
that
people are feeling.
makes sense now. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I had the definition of sociopath totally wrong.
Yeah.
I cursed that person who told me that.
He chokes a bitch later.
Yeah, he chokes her.
because that guy hits his like.
He thinks he hits those. Okay, Dawson. There's a great moment in the 4th episode
That I.
where you haven't seen it, but basically
The quality?
the two pretty boys,
Oh, God.
space people, they come down to Mars to go investigate the battles that went down in there,
Yeah.
and then they think that you hear like a screech, and you hear the 2 girls that are the sisters of Biscuit just scream,
Yeah.
and so you think they hit them, and they're on the ground, just face down on the ground, and you go, oh. And then MC straight up walks up, doesn't even check if they're okay. He doesn't even check if they're okay. He looks at it,
One of the guys is getting out of the car.
walks up to the dude getting out of the car, and just straight up chokes him.
Like, slams him against the car, and it's like death grip on the guy's neck.
They're okay though. They're okay. But the best part of that sequence was earlier on. There was the blue hair guy and the blonde hair guy,
Yeah.
and the blue hair guy goes like, "Hey, you're engaged to my sister,"
Yeah.
and he just goes like, I know
she's
it's good.
9 years old.
She's 9 years old. That must be weird for you. He's like, it's fine, Oni-san. And he's like, oh. But
Yeah.
basically, so there's a part where he goes up, walks to the 2 girls, and is like, here, take this as an apology.
It's like this
It's
really
all-
well-wrapped candy
All this well-wrapped candy that's delicately like put together
with little
and,
bows on it.
Yeah.
and gives it to them. And this is all I
And
have.
Biscuit's just looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why do you have this?
Yeah.
And somebody on Reddit pointed this out. He has it because he has a 9-year-old fiance.
Oh.
And that's literally, I went, what are we watching, Connor? What are we watching? Are we watching anime?
Also, there's a like quality GIF of that episode that people will not stop using, and it's adorable and it's hilarious. But it's just like a really far away background character, or not that far away.
Who's just like badly drawn.
It's a
She's like
Higurashi
running.
character.
It's like
Oh.
it's a really cute scene.
Higurashi
really
level.
simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great.
So Gundam, oh my, it's great.
I will keep watching that.
It is. It's in contest for anime of the season right now. The current 3 anime of the seasons that right now are contesting for the front spot are this, Utaremono, and Perfect Insider. Perfect Insider we'll talk at the end of the podcast because we have a lot of thoughts on that. But Utaremono, guys,
What a twist.
what a twist.
What a twist indeed.
That affected you way more than it should have.
It was okay. There was hints and stuff, but no one would guess that. That was so weird. They look nothing alike. There was a red herring that made it like another twist seem so much more likely, and they just got you.
Well, it's just weird the fact that
Or at
this
least
guy
us.
can take his beard on and off.
See,
there's nothing to tint you
But
off.
he says his beard is like part of his fake personality, so maybe he has a fake beard or something.
Well, I mean, he obviously has a fake beard that he puts on, but it's just there's nothing to ever hint that it's a fake beard. Like he always just looks like a guy wearing a beard.
He always looks like MC for some reason.
No, here's the thing. The only hints are in that episode where there's like where you're watching that episode. There's a lot of blatant hints about because his sister Desu,
Yeah. They're all desert.
Des. Which reminds me, am I gonna add knee pause all over this podcast?
Also, that freaking hot springs for half the episode.
Dude, great.
Way less fan service than I thought.
Yeah,
Great to have a hot springs
and continuing the yaoi fix.
Also, I like how none of the girls are bitches.
This
Yeah,
is
they're
good.
nice. They're nice.
Yeah.
Probably go next episode. Yeah, this was a more relaxing episode that kind of gave more exposition, who the characters are, and kind of are setting up for events that are coming to the future.
Yeah.
Still thinking of watching that first season whenever I have a chance, because apparently it's better than this season's going right now. So I'm kind of interested on why they're saying that.
Yeah.
It's also pretty funny how like the guy is apparently like the biggest bro ever. That's what makes him special.
Yeah.
Is like if he's ever in a fight, like it'll end in like 2 seconds and then they'll be friends or something.
Max charisma and Fallout.
Yeah. Dude, any game, he just like shoves all his points into charisma.
And a little in intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence and charisma with absolutely no endurance or strength.
Love how he never asks to read, like to say like, what do these mean? He just goes, oh, these are letters.
He's
Like,
like,
how-
oh shit,
I
dude.
just assumed
Who
they were
would have
shit.
thought?
Yeah, that's a really nice character moment where he just like he's been getting by without even realizing that he's been reading stuff this whole time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I like that kind of like.
Well, he hasn't been reading it.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
just
that's true. Yeah, but Torimono continues to be good. Now I'm probably going to be going off really quickly. Comet Lucifer, what's happening? Question mark.
Who knows?
They have a pigeon cat. The pigeon cat goes meow, and Philia really likes the pigeon cat.
I need to see Concrete Revolution.
We watched it, dude.
Revolution.
I was sort of in the background when you were watching the newer one.
Oh yeah, that one was really interesting. I'll wait for the part 2, so you could get part 1 and part 2. Finishing on Comet Road.
It looks like the Fox Girl can get some scenes in that one.
Yeah, there's things about that. But Comet Lucifer is, I had so much hope for you.
I didn't.
You dropped it so, I'm hoping it turns into a Classroom Crisis where it suddenly becomes really good, but I really doubt that. And it's just like,
Honestly, the last episode we ended up on kind of reminded me of Elfen Lied a little bit.
dude, it gets weird with the hacker who's obsessed with the magic girl doing all these weird stuff, and then like just she gets kidnapped.
It sounds like Concrete Revolution. Anyways,
Concrete Revolution was pretty cool. Watching that episode, it was about monsters and
and horrible English.
horrible English. Oh, now you see.
Why we have to send a superhuman?
So I like Concrete Revolution. I'm kind of interested in seeing where I'm going. I think I know what the theme about this episode is that because they keep going off on the point that we must kill all the monsters. Monsters are bad. So I'm pretty sure when they do the flash forward to the future, his opinion is now totally turned around. He thinks that monsters aren't as bad as they are. That's what I'm guessing. So it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying Concrete Revolution. It's way more than I am enjoying Comet Lucifer. So that's all I can say.
Still love the weird ending.
The weird ending's weird. Talked about Draco Tershi Asterisk last week. He did stuff, I guess. He cut up dummies, and it turned out this one guy was actually a dummy user the whole time. He was a puppet user.
Oh, another puppet
And
user.
and then they left Lester behind. So
Is there a new one of the good harem?
Rakudai? Oh yeah. So I watch Calvary, and then you watch Calvary. What are your thoughts on the new Calvary?
Wait, so the newest one is the one where you fought the guy, right?
Yeah.
It was good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
They pulled some tropes,
Yeah, they pulled some tropes, but progress.
but at the end it's like, wait, what?
There's progress in my harem.
Yeah. Dawson, you're probably not gonna watch
I'm gonna show it to him. eventually.
Okay, then I'm not gonna spoil
No, it's cool. He knows kind of a bit of it. Hey, Dawson, there's progress.
Yeah, progress doesn't equal good. Progress equals progress.
Progress equals Mimsy's not beating around the bush and being stupid about it.
That's so
There's so many things where isn't that like a trope where it's like MC just is such an idiot and won't like do anything?
I mean, yeah. That's more in a harem though than it is in a.
This is supposed to be like a harem, like a romance.
It's such as a battle Eki harem, and it's a battle Eki romance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I enjoy it.
I think it's good. I don't know. It's decent. It's not the best.
It reminds me of like a '90s sort of battle anime.
Yeah. That was a really
It was
cool.
like, it was
Dude,
tournament style fighting.
I like that fight though. The fight was really good. I liked it. where he literally just starts getting the crowd hyped up and just goes, "Guys, say it with me!" Just like totally let's insult the main character in front of everybody, and get the crowd
That was a
together.
little bit too much of a pity party for me, though. It's like, oh, everyone hates me, boo-hoo.
Well, the thing is, his
You
concentration.
know why that works in One Punch Man? Because it's like, why would you give a shit if you're
No,
that
but here's
strong?
the thing. Here's the thing.
And this one, it's
Here's the thing where he didn't really care about them making fun of him. The other characters did. He didn't really
but
care
that
about it.
happens in so many animes. That's a big trope that got.
The let's hate on MC.
Yeah, everyone
So
hates
we-
MC,
so
even though
MC
he's like the
feels-
best guy ever.
Yeah.
It's just so you can sort of like feel with him. It's like, oh, everyone might hate me, but I'm still like really cool.
Yeah.
Still
I'm
haven't
a
watched
cool
a new
dude.
heavy object. We'll get around to that eventually.
One day.
What I talked about last week. Alliances, Kagewani, pretty cool. Komori-san. Actually, even though it's 2 minutes, that's actually a very enjoyable 2 minutes. Because it shows that Komori-san is actually flawed.
Oh, getting better.
Yeah. It's 2 minutes. It can't get better.
Yeah.
Lanza and Mask, just talked about that. Gundam talked about it. And Origami. Boom, still good.
Oh, of course, so good. Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Opening.
So
Full
opening
opening.
still amazing.
When is Gate coming back?
Next season.
Next
Okay.
season.
'Cause I gotta finish that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. One Punch Man, that episode was pretty cool. I liked the theme they had for Licenseless
They
Rider.
had very little like budget on that episode. I feel.
Yeah, you were really disappointed because the manga did it better than the anime.
Which I mean, it wasn't that impressive of a scene to begin with, so it wasn't a huge deal.
But yeah. Origa, Jo-sama, Gecko, or Shonen Sample. This week's episode was Last week's episode was pretty good though. Your thoughts?
Shonen. I didn't like the forced drama. Well, it wasn't really.
No, that was I'm talking about the week before that.
Oh, a week before.
Yeah.
Which was that?
It was the introduction of the Lolly
Oh,
and the Samurai.
yeah.
You enjoyed
What
that
was
a
it
lot
like?
more
What
than
was
I
I gonna
thought you would.
say? 8 out of 10 would adopt.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 would have adopted. Yeah. But like
She's okay,
she's really good. She's really good though.
even though she's actually a teenager. So, oh god, never mind.
Yeah, so Dawson, you want to hear the whole deal with the Lolly and Shonen Sample is?
Continue.
She is like the biggest genius on earth, so it's basically perfect insider. Except whenever she has like an epiphany, she like strips and then writes on the nearest object. Which leads up to an actually amazing part in one of the episodes where like in that episode where like she comes to the MC's room and she's like, okay, put your clothes back on. She does, and she gets an epiphany, and like as he's like trying to like stop her, she's like bent over the table writing and like throwing her pants off, and then the maid walks in.
No, not the maid.
Or oh no,
the orange hair
red-haired-
girl.
Yeah.
The orange hair girl walks in, and you just like from her perspective, you see him grabbing her arm, facing towards her with her pants off in a bent over a table position, and you're just like.
Because the build it actually builds up. That's what Love Hina doesn't fucking understand. Sorry. The Love Hina, it's like, oh, he saw me in a hot spring. That's literally it. He walks out, they're in a hot spring, and then the entire joke is, look how far we sent this character flying. Oh, I abused him and it wasn't actually his fault. And this one, it's like, this is all the logical like loops and setups we had to get ready for this joke to work.
It was
Yeah.
literally 5 minutes of setup to like a really like a very typical payoff, but the
Yeah.
setup was so great.
That it just makes it work.
And then Samurai Girl came in, and she really likes cute things. She doesn't look like she's gonna be the member of a harem because she's
Yeah.
just there because
She's what's a good way to describe it?
she's Takanashi but a female.
No, she's Genos but yandere.
Who?
Genos.
Oh, Genos but yandere. Yeah.
Okay.
But she yandere for the lolly and not for.
No, she's yandere for MC. Remember, she's like, I'm gonna be your disciple and then I'll kill you.
But then the lolly comes in. She's like, "This is the most adorable thing ever. I just want to take pictures of it." Like they had again this episode this week's episode was because there was a lot of drama. There was there was not a lot of jokes that we would have wanted. But there was a part at the end where all 4 girls are in his dorm room. And then they're like, we all want to be a part of the club. And then Orange Hair Girl is really mad about this. And she's really mad about
Orange and
Blonde
blonde
Hair.
girl are super bitchy towards each other. It's great.
And so they start fighting. And then MC just goes, I can't stop this because thighs. Because their thighs are just next to each other. And he just gets super...
Because yeah, it's like they fight, and it's not like a super, oh, this is so sad, look at this misunderstanding, misunderstandings are so sad. It's No, now they're just gonna act bitchy towards each other. They understand what's going on, but they don't like each other, so they're just gonna be bitchy.
And then Lolly just immediately gets an epiphany at this moment and just starts writing, right?
Yeah.
And she strips off all of her clothes, and then you just see the samurai girl just go, "This is so stupid,"
I'm
as
gonna
she's
take pictures.
as she's reaching for the camera and just hitting the picture button.
And then the maid walks in.
And then the maid walks in, and it's one of those deadpan moments where the maid walks in, the door opens,
You see two girls
Straight
wrestling
face.
on the.
straight face, see two girls wrestling on the ground, see MC just staring at everything, see the samurai girl taking pictures of the naked Lolly,
Yeah.
and he just immediately the door just closes,
Reopens,
and she has
comically large scissors.
the biggest pair of scissors. MC grabs his phone and just starts playing Macho Man with a video of all the muscle men just flexing on his phone. And just go, "No, see, look, I like dudes and muscles," and then all the girls just staring at him and just go, "You're disgusting."
That's pretty great.
Like, the thing is, that whole episode I was like, it's okay. And the
That
last
last
5 minutes, we were
was
just
perfect.
dying of just like, this
Okay.
is so good.
Great level comedy.
Yeah, we talked about Rakudai. Sakurako, it's okay. It's a part 1 and part 2 about a dude who literally his family's dying because of a dog. So strange. I'll skip that. Oh, Anti-Magic Academy. They ended the first light novel. It's
Yay.
okay. The witch is now part of the academy,
That's fun.
and you get her
Yeah.
backstory. You get a real it's super dark and edgy, where literally she just goes, "I've been working for the evil witches and wizards because they kidnapped all the orphans, my family, the orphans who are my family." And they said that I'll get them back if I help them out. And then they just go, "Nah, the orphans have been dead for the past this whole time." And then the necromancer's he's like, "Wait, how I've been talking to the kids the whole time?" The necromancer just summons all the dead kids up, and all the dead kids are laughing in her face. And I just go, "Wow, that's super edgy and dark."
That's fun.
Didn't they just totally steal that from Samurai Champloo?
Did they?
Yeah, it's like, why are you fighting us? They have my family. Oh, wait, never mind. My family's been dead the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, our ending discussion right now is about Perfect Insider.
Indeed.
So we watched 2 episodes here because we missed.
The
Yeah.
whodunit
Well,
continues.
I watched it, but these watched it.
Yeah.
But
So, confirmed for murder, maybe?
it's a murder.
Unless there's 2 double
Wow.
suicides that just,
Okay.
really,
So
really like murders.
So here's a couple of theories that I'm going to be putting out.
She
to you.
chopped up her own arms and then stored them in a plastic bag and then somehow got that plastic bag to the chute and then got on the robot
I
and
mean, she has teeth.
So,
and then cleaned up all the blood.
but the thing is, there isn't. Okay, there has to be a killer. There has to be a killer
What if?
because there was the little detail of the elevator going up, so that somebody had to
That
go
could
up to
have
the
just been a
roof.
background thing, like one character going to the roof to do something else.
No, but that was
not
a
necessarily a murder.
But that was when they returned before they went back up to the elevator to go, in between the time where the director died. So, meaning there could be this person who went up to go kill the director.
Or it was just the security guard going up to see
Yeah. So, it's very unclear about what's going on here. So I'm going to present... There was a lot of evidence that was put on in these past 2 episodes. You noticed that, right?
Yeah.
There's the mail shoot.
Throwing a lot at you.
There was the mail shoot. There was the...
I like how they're building
Purple.
up the 2 mains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're pretty interesting together. I like them
The
a lot.
Legos.
the Legos. Okay.
Oh my god.
So I want to hear your guys' thoughts and theories.
The
right now.
there's the robot. I mean, right now, my two
I don't think there's enough evidence.
half-baked theories that are supported by almost no evidence. They're just like what I thought up. Is that our supposed killer is either the girl that they think is dead, faked her own death.
Whenever multiple personalities did it.
Yeah, somehow.
How would they do that? That was an
I'm not
actual
entirely
cadaver.
sure. I'm just going with that because why not?
Mhm.
Or it's secretly main girl.
Main girl
RMC.
killed it.
Somehow.
Somehow.
It had something to do with when she last visited
Okay.
her. She set some stuff up, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Connor, what are your thoughts?
Wow.
Yes, we want to hear your thoughts too.
No, I mean Dawson's theory about main girl. I don't think that.
I don't think it's gonna
See,
be
I-
that, but
I-
it's my theory.
I have two theories that turned around that
I think
thought
the evil doll did it.
The evil doll, but the
The
doll was
evil
supposed to be her. The whole thing about that was the whole thing about the end, where the evil
That's a
doll.
red herring. It's an evil doll is climbing through all the chutes.
There's literally just this little.
Like I
doll.
said, what would happen if this year suddenly went supernatural?
Oh, but it's sci-fi because it's a robot. It's a
Hey.
little robot doll.
Hmm.
I guess.
But what if it just suddenly went like Lovecraftian?
See, she
That'd be
programmed
pretty
one
cool.
of her multiple personalities into a robot.
Ooh, it'd be interesting.
And that robot just turned on her?
We end up.
Or
having
she
to
told
deal
it to
with
do that,
the-
Okay.
iRobot style.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So, here's two theories I'm going to present to you. One theory is one I came up while rewatching the third episode with you guys. And the other one is a theory that our Reddit, r/anime came up with, like, after last week's episode.
Yeah.
So, the one I'm going to say first, they both have to deal with the same topic.
Yeah.
And they keep showing us flashes of that, ending, like, that every ending has a little bit of the Doctor's past.
Yeah.
Like, almost everyone has, like, a little ending bit about it. So, it could be hinted at that she might have also had a daughter at a very early age because of
Yeah.
those things. So, r/anime has one theory, and I have another theory. r/anime's theory is, hey, what if she got pregnant in that time period that she spent with the director, got arrested, convicted for murder, and sent into that area, and she was pregnant the whole time, and then she gave birth in the locked room,
Yeah.
and there's just a child, a 15-year-old child running around, or not even 15-year-old,
However old.
however old child just running around,
Yeah.
Killing people.
killing people,
That's why the Legos are there. And
Legos
stuff.
and stuff like that.
That's why she made a robot to lock the room.
That's why there's two chairs. That's
Yeah.
why there's all this stuff. That's why there's stuffed animals.
Okay.
So that's one theory.
Yeah.
My theory, I just thought about it right now, and it's probably just totally destroyed at this point. Or it not destroyed. Could be, could be not. I don't know. It depends on timelines, depends on
Yeah.
ages. My other theory that's half-baked as well is what if MC Girl is the daughter of her?
Oh.
It's totally half-baked because I don't think the ages match up correctly.
Yeah.
And,
Because I didn't know when the murder happened, so that my theory was really like okay up until when they were
Yeah.
like, "This is when the murder happened." I was like,
Yeah.
okay, because
doesn't she have a different hair color than both of them though?
well, the thing is, let's say that she's 13. The
Also,
doctor was
you know
13.
her father. They talked about her father. And
Did-
stuff.
I thought they've been talking about her uncle.
No, I thought that was her father.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure it's her father.
Okay, so that could be another thing. That's why I'm pretty sure I'm off on
I mean,
that.
she could be secretly adopted. And...
Yeah, unless the director, like the director who technically is her father,
Yeah.
took her in.
Okay.
I don't know. These are just, again, half-baked theories because I don't think the ages match up.
Yeah.
Because the oldest she would be at this current point would probably be 16 at the oldest, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure she's 18.
Yeah.
I don't know how old MC Girl is, so
Yeah.
it's unclear. So there's a lot of evidence put out this week, and a lot more than last week because we actually went into the room
Yeah.
and we got shown shots of
All sorts of stuff.
all sorts of things. Anything that like kind of like
I mean, also the killer. If we're thinking about where the killer could have gone,
Mhm.
could the killer have ridden out underneath the wedding dress on the bottom of the cart? Because they never looked under there.
yeah, no, that's another theory that I
and
saw.
then they
around.
just waited till everyone left and then noped out of there.
There's still a camera in that area, probably looking at the thing.
Yeah,
I know, but the
that's
thing
true.
was covered by the wedding dress because they keep asking why was there a wedding dress underneath? Like,
Yeah.
why was she in a wedding dress? Because if you looked at it, the wedding dress easily covered the bottom part
Exactly.
of the
Yeah.
what's it called?
The cart.
The cart.
The P whatever.
Yeah.
That they took her out on.
So it could be an option there. There could also be like that could be a way the killer got out.
Yeah.
But then who would be the killer? And then you kind of might go with the theory that it could be the child.
Yeah.
Because somebody goes, a perfect insider.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Interesting.
So I've been paying attention, like, since somebody came up with that theory, I've been paying attention to the clues,
Yeah.
and that theory is, like,
Seems pretty solid.
themes is getting more solid as the weeks are
Why
going
would
by.
they destroy the radio and stab the guy in the neck?
Keep people from getting off the island.
Yeah, but now
supposedly
that's the
why, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the issue now. Why?
Yeah.
Alright, I think that's pretty much wraps it up.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Any last minute thoughts?
Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, on our supposedly spooky Halloween cast.
Yeah.
Watch Higurashi, it's a lot of fun. For other scary ones, I would recommend you watch something called Paranoia Agent. Anything by Gen Urobuchi has quite a little bit of a scare factor to it.
Read a Junji Ito manga.
Junji Ito moment, alright.
I haven't watched anything scary, so I have no recommendations for
You
this.
guys, you can always look forward to Silent Hills. Oh wait.
Oh wait, let's go play PT now. No, I'm kidding. But besides that, yeah. Any more?
Nope.
Well,
Goodbye.
and good night.
Bye.